sense.
Our many podcast listeners need to know the action. Speaking of podcasts, this one is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club.
All right.
You ever heard of Raid Shadow Legends?
Brought to you by Blue Chew.
Oh god. And Dane was making so much money off these videos.
Tell people to like and subscribe and hit the bell.
Fish rot, lish rot.
You guys don't know if that spell called themselves that, but you don't know what means. So
I don't think we even looked at it, did we? And what spell it was?
no.
The wizard told you the name of it, that's all. No further investigations have been committed on the possibly very dangerous magical scroll.
Koltar's Will of Corruption. That is the spell. Healer gnome is in possession of it. He took it while everyone else didn't want it.
Yeah, did that get added to my inventory, by the way?
Hmm?
Did that get added?
I don't know how Yeah, just add like Koltar's Will of Corruption scroll or something, because I don't think D&D really has a thing for scrolls, for at least Beyond. So.
Yeah, it was sick.
Because they were forcibly taken out instead of going through the passage. That's what they said, at least. Yeah, it did reveal some important information, though. Which was why he can abolish those tokens so he owes no favor. Yes. He made a pact, so he's not affected by any other pact.
Mhm.
He is the captain of the guard. Royal Guard, yes. Mm-hmm.
Nope.
In the process. Also, another thing additionally for Akaz, while you guys went to the tavern, Akaz decided to go exploring.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna.
Some strange older person, a beggar of sorts, bequeathed me. And I don't think that's what that word means. And I had a conversation with them, and they told me about their god, I guess, deity figure called Shen. And yes, and they gave me sort of a little talisman, a faintly magical talisman that is associated with their god Shen. So I just have that now. And also, when I got home, I ran into a guy who was pretty scuffed guy. And then we came inside and we woke all you fucking idiots up.
Because turns out that scuffed guy was Calvin, and he returned, and he looked worse for wear, and he had something important to tell you people. Or not just Paxi, but all of you guys.
She already hates us, but it's
I mean,
mostly
she hates
you.
everybody, and everyone hates her. So you know.
Serves her right.
The
Alright.
DM said it serves her right.
Yeah, I'm jumping onto the bandwagon. Anyways, so in that case. Or just like, hey, get down here. I have to tell you something was going on. That's important. So, hi. even though it's not quite important. This is just a town music, so take you guys to the Glittering Bauble. So, Akaz has been told by the Force for Work Calvin to basically go up the rooms and wake everyone up and bring them down.
I had my microphone muted in OBS the whole time, so you guys could be heard, but you were just talking to some random idiot.
So no one heard the entire
recap's gone.
Whatever. Wait, so how is this different from usual?
Yeah, go watch the previous episode if you want a friggin' recap.
You'll have to add in narration
Exactly.
later.
Alright, from the top again, just kidding. Anyway, so, Akaz, you've been sent up
They
to
heard
basically-
my part of the recap. I'm the main character now.
Yeah.
So I just do that. Like I go knock on everyone's doors. Just a bam, bam, bam. Something's going on. Come on, let's go. Get everyone out.
Head on down there.
Oh, that's also an additional thing. What's his name? Healer gnome. Now I have to pick skeleton.
Nice.
Oh, right. So Ronnie took the. That's what we got a pig, but Ronnie took all the meat off the pig, but kept the bones. So now Healer Gnome has a zombie pig and a pig skeleton.
And the pig skeleton can shoot arrows. How? Don't fucking ask me.
We'll have to buy a bow for it
Magic.
first.
Zomb magic.
Zomboni magic.
Yes.
Anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
you guys would be going down the stairs after being rudely awakened from what should have been a nice long rest. Ha. But then you can see there's Calvin and Ronnie. They're like standing at a corner. Calvin's finally back after a while. Also, what's that card there? Anyways,
The Seven of Clubs.
Getting rid of them all.
Calvin is pretty beaten up because he scratches, open wounds, and you can see he's holding Wealth Splitter in his hand, and he seems to be not talking to Ronnie right now, who's currently like standing across him looking worried as hell. But instead, Calvin's kind of looking intently at Wealth Splitter.
In his hand.
You know, when he... Yes.
Okay, so they're
But
talking.
then after a bit, when you guys start coming down, immediately he looks at you guys, and he releases Wealth Splitter, and in basically a wisp of black smoke, the weapon reappears back on its resting place. So he guys goes, okay. Sorry to rudely awaken all of you. However, as much as I would leave you all to a restful night's sleep, I have some important things to tell you that I think should not wait until tomorrow morning. So
Alright.
he's gonna walk over here, just gonna plop down on this couch. Alright. Some of you may have been wondering where I've been off to. I know I've kind of went off in quite a hurry with no warning, and don't do that too often, to say the least. But what I'm going to do is tell all of you something that I would actually wish to be not spread around. Which is why he looks at Athenia. He pulls out that little black token, one side with the fist, and he flips it to the other side, which has Wonton. And he's going to flick it to Athenia.
Kind of regardless, but... Or rather, I would have kept quiet about this regardless, but...
I saw
Listen,
you
yeah.
make the pact.
Yep, so he flips
No,
the
no,
coin
when I
over
said,
to Athenia.
I mean, from what Calvin said.
This is a
I would
favor
stay
I'm
quiet.
exchanging with you. And this favor is I want you to ensure that your other party members will not spread this information. Of course, all of you, I would like your word, but I'd like to take it a little step further. Beth.
I have no reason to refuse.
Paxi is unsettled. Nonplussed. But not saying
Alright.
anything.
Does this have anything to do with the law?
No. Nothing like that. It's just more of a secret that I'd like to keep. So,
Does it
no,
break the law?
assuming... Not necessarily no either.
Okay, we're good.
Anyways, so... This... When you you, and he just looks at Paxi, brought up the whole thing with cultists, it made me realize and remember something. Because cult members are problematic, and seeing that you're back here, I can only assume that you've taken care of them, or at least mostly. Now, the reason where I went off to is to a little secret area that I keep in check. For those who don't know, and by that I mean all of you, how do I put this? I know of where there's a remnant. And not just any remnant, but one that I found and basically left alone. Because, obviously, remnants are important things. You don't really want to leave them due to what they might do. Some might just be, a magical item that you use. Others are a golem and they can cause destruction. But, in this case, this is a remnant that I didn't quite understand, and it honestly didn't do anything either, to my knowledge. But, because it's a remnant, I've kind of just kept tabs on it. Kind of hid it away into where the place it was. So it's in a cave a little bit south here of Witch Door, not too far. But when you guys brought up the whole cult thing, it gave me a little concern, so I thought I'd go check on it. But when I arrived, turns out that so-called hiding place that I thought was quite secure was not, and it was overrun by bandits.
Uh-oh.
And obviously, the fact that because they're bandits, they look nothing more like thugs, and that's nothing more than I can handle. But it made me curious and also concerned the fact that how did they get there? And I did a little listening in, trying to figure things out, and turns out they are hired there due to someone who apparently caught word of the fact that there is a remnant there. Something that I'm not sure how that happens, since besides all of you now, I'm the only one, and he looks at Wellsplitter. Well, yes, I am the only one who knows of its location. So the fact someone found it is odd, to say the least, because to my knowledge, I don't really blabber when I want. So, someone has a means of locating remnants, and the fact that they found one there, big deal. However, this is sort of knowledge that I don't really want spread around, simply because news of a remnant being anywhere can be big news. It can cause a large influx of people wanting to get their hands on the next great power. Of course, I could have just reported it to the guards, but I love Cray, but at the same time, I'm not quite of a fan of how she handles things occasionally. And with a remnant, she has a few that are safe, but when you have something you're not sure about, can't blame me for trying to keep it a little secret. But now, where does all of you get into this? The reason why is because I want you to go over there and solve things for me. To put it in a blunt term. Because the longer I'm gone, the more people get a little suspicious. People know me to go off and do my own thing, but I usually don't go for too long. And when I'm away and people see old Ronnie here, he kind of looks at the dwarf. If they see him running this place for too long, then they'll start asking questions. But all of you, you're all fine with taking commissions and things, and to be honest, you're already kind of taking advantage of being at this place already. So, hey, why don't you do me a favor this time?
Sure.
We would be happy to, I assume, but there's one small problem. Problem number one. We have a meeting with Miss Sakala scheduled for tomorrow.
Oh, fuck her. You can just ignore that.
Problem number two, and the more important one, we have been commissioned by Priscilla herself for tomorrow?
No, she said she'll get back to you within the week. That is a fair counter-argument, but I would like to say that can wait. Because I don't know who it is that's over there, but I think that leaving them to their own devices is not a good idea. Because I don't know who those bandits are, or the fact why they even bothered to hire thugs, but they basically reinforced the entire entrance, which is a pretty big hill with a cave, and they basically set up camp around it. And I want to know what exactly they're doing in there. And how exactly they figured out why there's something in that place to begin with.
You don't think this could just be a random band of thugs who said, "Ooh, nice cave"?
I concealed that cave very well. If you were to just walk by, unless you're actively looking for it, you would just glance over. However, the fact that they are there, they've created a camp, and they're hired by someone, shows that there's a lot more than meets the eye here. And honestly, in my personal opinion, those who know how to find something that's well hidden, the fact that there's no knowledge of this thing being hidden to begin with, and it's a remnant. Kind of see what I'm getting here.
Makes
Okay, let's make this a bit more enticing. You like gold, right? Gold? I can get you some of that.
Yeah, I need 2 5-gram bags of gold.
I don't know much about detective work, but I can clear out the entrance for you.
I don't know. Detective work, I don't care. If you can just get rid of them, that'd also be a big bonus for me. Just make sure word doesn't spread.
Makes sense.
And also, honestly, even though I have a few magic items myself, magic isn't necessarily my finesse. So, if possible, if you could figure out if that individual, if it's an individual, knows about that remnant and has figured anything out, do me a solid and try and get that information as well, because the more I know about what that remnant is, the more it, well, can make a decision on what to do with it.
Sounds fair.
Yes, I don't have an official number, but if it comes to if I can't get the money, we'll have another opportunity, which is my connections. I can get you something out of it, either items or whatnot, but this is something I kind of want done ASAP. And, well, Sakala, I'll deal with her. I'll basically come up with something, and she will be mad at me. Irritated with you, but that'd probably be the most. But then again, she's already irritated with everyone. So, no difference.
Do we leave now?
Well, preferably, but...
Let's sleep.
So the answer is yes.
I mean, we have had a long rest, and we haven't done anything.
Or have we had a long rest? I thought he woke us. I think got us up at night.
Yeah, you didn't
Well-
finish this long rest.
No, like, we had a long rest when we left the labyrinth, and we haven't done anything since.
Well, I've done some stuff.
Oh.
I cast purify food and drink. I'm missing a single spell
We
slot.
had a long enough
How
rest
will
to
I
get to level up.
survive?
We had a long enough rest to level up, didn't we?
You leveled up. All of you
Yeah.
did. So,
Sick.
does any of you have a map, right?
Sure.
He'll pull, just grab it. He'd point his finger at the area, which is why I'll drag you all over here. The area you're looking for is right here.
That's not far away at all.
It's very close, which is kind of concerning when the fact that there's a remnant. Oop. But, I mean, it's not something I could really move easily or inconspicuously. You'll find out what I mean when you see it.
Can you not be vague?
You know what? Due to the situation, it makes sense. It's a box.
Box.
You
I
left-
said not
bit-
to be vague.
May I ask?
It's literally it looks like a giant metal box. I have no idea if it's meant to hold something or what, but it's nothing like anything I've ever seen, which is why it's most likely a remnant. Remnants have a little thing of being far different than what you normally expect.
May I ask, what's in the box?
If I knew that answer, I probably wouldn't even be coming to you to begin with.
What's
Which
in
play
the
was that from,
box?
Healer? Very good acting, Healer. What play is that from?
From the gnome and the 7 deadly sins.
I have the worst fucking laugh on earth.
You're right. I'm sorry.
No, no, fair. No, you're right. No, I accept that. That's why I'm muted most of the time.
Anyways, so it's a yes? Is it a no?
Yeah,
I
Clips
look
will
at the
take care of
coin
it.
that she flipped to Athenium, like, do we have a choice?
We do.
I'm not doing this. I'm not having you do this for free. Equivalent exchange. That is just basically insurance to make sure this information is not spread around. As I said, don't want people getting into something that they really shouldn't. Because if a few townsfolk were to think, oh, there's a remnant in this cave, I'll just go ahead and grab it and use it for myself, and maybe I'll get something out of it. And
And
it's
then
just
they
chaos.
explode.
Possibly.
Everything explodes.
So, you kind of understand why I need to be careful, right?
Kind of. I like money.
I bet you do. It's the thing. Basically, gold runs in the veins of every adventure, and you'll get your pay.
Alrighty.
Makes sense.
Did we decide if we got long enough rest to restore spell slots or not? What was the call on that, DM?
Do you get stuff back on a short rest?
No.
Probably not.
I get my wild shapes back. Yay! Any monks in the party? No? Okay.
You got a warlock.
Oh,
Hey!
I'm always taking naps.
Alright, so with that out of the way, of course, Athenia, you're going to be keeping that word, right?
of course.
Hey,
And then he
Yeah.
then he points at Welt's player. He knows that the black coin turns into smoke, and it seeps right back into the sword.
So the favor he asked for was that Athenia does not make sure that the information does not spread around.
Yes.
But then he
make
is
sure we
commissioning
don't talk
us.
shit.
But then he is commissioning us to go
To
take
do
care
it.
of the problem.
Yes.
Okay.
So we can just not do it if we don't want money. But
No,
either
no,
way,
we like
Athenia can't tell other people that there's a remnant in the cave.
And
We
not just her, but she
And
makes
she has
sure
to
that you
actively
guys
try
don't.
and stop us from telling people.
We
Sure.
could go in the morning too.
Yes, that is an option.
Can we have our night of rest, or is this so important it needs to be done now?
It is late.
I
I'm going
don't
down.
think they're going to be leaving anytime soon. So unless something were to happen, at this point, probably a little too late. So at this point, get the rest. I'll get to work on dealing with Sakala.
Tell her we're sick.
Sick of her.
Hey.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Alright, well, you're free to go. Free to go. And he looked at Akez.
Hi.
Have I gotten your name again? I don't think we've actually been introduced.
I know. I'm Akith. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so
I
you
offer him
said
my
you...
very large hand to shake.
And he slowly accepted that with his smaller hands. So, how did you know my name again? Who was it you said that you heard about me? I hope they spoke good things.
I'm an associate of Drescher's. We traveled
Wait.
together for a bit, and he mentioned you and some other people.
Oh, it's Drescher! In that case, he probably didn't speak of many good things then. But,
It wasn't
yes.
that bad.
Well, here I am. Drescher, well, don't know how much he told you about our little adventures, but yes, ex-party member. Him, me, Featherwing, Cat Lady, you probably met her on her way here. And then there's a few others. One of them you will probably meet if you go along with the party for that. Her name being Zakala. Probably heard that name drop a few times. Pleasant. And I mean that sarcastically.
I get the impression that no one likes her.
It's more like she doesn't like anyone, and that in turn makes everyone not like her. There's another. Her name, Captain Cray. I mean, since it's not really a secret at this point, I guess, but captain of the city guard, quite nice. By the book. And there's there is a few others, but I'm not going to be mentioning them since they're not that important. But, well, you're part of that group now, presumably, so...
As he's saying they're
What
not
the
that
hell?
important, I just want to kind of, like, make a look at the kitchen door, but, like, really exaggerated. Like, I'm looking... Like, I want to make sure that he sees me looking at the kitchen.
He's just kind of nodding towards it, like.
Oh,
Like,
Ronnie?
not important.
Ronnie? He's not an official party member. He just tagged along. You just see Ronnie just shrugs.
Me.
Yeah, lad, I just do the cooking. I don't fight unless I have to.
We
And
just
he
let
goes
him
back
in
to
because of
the
the chef feed.
When he says that, I was like, with cooking like that, Ronnie, don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, thanks, lad. I appreciate it. Also, I'll get back to making this ham. Boy, once I'm done with this smorgasbord, she is going to not only forget everything that you've done, but she's probably going to pretend that nothing happened, if she did remember. Which is saying a lot.
I'm gonna go give Ronnie 2 gold. And I was like, Ronnie, I'm so sorry. I need you to deliver it for me.
Lad, no offense, but I ain't going to be getting near you if I had a 5-foot stick.
I'm gonna give him 5 gold.
He just pokes his head out. Like, lad, please don't do this to me.
7.
Oh no!
Things
need a
I
bard in
do
the
to
party to
friends,
play.
and he just walks back in. Oh, I mean, he just sticks his head back in.
I'm gonna. I want to feel like I was like constantly just adding more gold into his hand until he broke.
You just see Calvin is like, alright, well, okay, yes, there's Ronnie, unofficial party member of our little group. But, yes, since you're here at this point, go ahead, drink what you want, eat what you want, within reason, and take a room if you want at this point. I guess I don't really make money here anymore, except for Ronnie, he makes everything now.
Ronnie better not be the big bad evil guy. I'm gonna be pissed.
He's a lit.
Be a brilliant twist. I don't know.
But, anyways, I need to rest up because I had some problematic run-ins with the local wildlife.
What kind of problematic? What kind of wildlife?
I like look at him and I look at the sword. I'm like, why didn't you take? What?
Well, he's a utmost last resort. I'm already used to fighting with my fists, so. But also to answer your question, Akaz, right? Is that the name?
Yeah. Yes. Hey.
Yeah. In terms of wildlife, it's mostly just wolves. They thought that was going to be an easy pick, and they got a few hits on me, but don't worry, didn't do more than I needed because they were just hungry, but I did have to knock some sense into them. And they shouldn't be bothering any travelers anytime soon, too.
Hey, I'm a druid. Does it look like he was attacked by wolves? Because I'm starting to get sus.
What do you want to roll? Perception?
I have an okay perception score. Let's go.
Natural 20.
Yeet.
You're
I'm
looking
sorry.
closely. You can see he has like if you look more closely, like wolves, if they were to be hitting him, most likely they'll be with their fangs. Sure, they can scratch, but most likely they're going to be sticking their teeth. And you can see he have some puncture wounds across his body, and mostly his arms, but they are a little too small and shallow to be wolves. If anything, he also has long cuts.
Let me look at my spell list to see how I can fuck with you. Oh
boy.
I cast heat metal on him. No, I don't.
Oh no.
What do you?
You know what?
What do you heat with it?
He's a robot, right? So I'm just gonna. I know I already rolled a 20, but I'm just gonna go up to him and get a nice good look as I cast Cure Wounds on him. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna help you out. We're friends now. We're hanging out. We're all together in this. But I'm just gonna see if I see anything. What would be a good I mean, you know what? As
See what attacked him. Does it look like an animal attacked him or something else? Is he telling the truth about getting attacked by wildlife? This legendary adventurer?
I'm going to say this right now, because he's not straight up. Him saying he got attacked by wildlife doesn't seem to be a lie. Looking at the markings, it's not made by anything like metal or it's not. It was no weapons, no arrows, no nothing that looked like to be man or a humanoid made. But the marks do look like it was something. Some form of wildlife, but it most certainly is not wolves. If anything, looking closely, some of these markings almost look like he got hit or got stuck by something like thorns or sharp pieces of plant life. It's like it looks almost like he walked right into a wall of briars.
Okay, I have a big brain plan now. As I go up to him to heal him, I would say, if you were fighting those wolves, I should look at you a bit closer. Wolves were they acting strangely? Maybe they were suffering from some form of rabies. If you were bitten by one of them, then
no need to investigate it. It's not common to say, but my body has kind of gotten over the whole thing involving diseases.
Fucking monks.
Is he a monk?
Yeah, he is.
With a sword?
He fights with his fist primarily, he says.
Okay. Sus. This is sus. Can we put the sus status on him? Sus.
Oh, well, his symbol is a fist, so that makes sense. That tracks.
Okay, but I will cast Cure Wounds on him, for real.
All right. Those injuries basically disappear. He looks fine. Funny enough, looks like as rough tough as he was, seems like most of those injuries were just shallow. So now he just looks rather messy.
I can't fix that.
Is there anything else you need? If not, you're free to go.
I'm good. You guys good?
Also, appreciate the heal.
I want to do something before bed when everybody
Kick
else
some
is done.
bandit ass.
Healer Gnome wants to do something.
What is it you want to do, Healer Gnome?
So are we all going to bed?
Pretty much, I assume.
Alright, so as I get into my room, followed by Pig Skeleton and Zombie Pig, Skeleton Pig will pick up a candle and kind of hold it next to my bed. As I climb into bed and Zombie Pig tucks me in, crawls at the end. I'd like to pull out my hilt of Ishnok, and I'll look deeply into it.
Your what? Your Reach of Ishnok?
The happy hentai stick.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, so the Reach of Ishnoks.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll look kind of deep into it, and I will cast Ishnok's Sense Taker, and
On what?
an inky black tentacle will come out of my hand, wrap around the zombie pig's neck, and start to choke him. And I'll look into the hilt and I'll say, "All hail Ishnok. May I be the tool to bring about your second reign? Does anything happen?
First of all, roll a spell attack on the pig.
Right?
Wait, can't he just tell the pig to take it? This is
13,
terrible.
which hits. 13, which hits the pig.
This is the
Alright,
worst dungeon.
Okay, let me pull up the spell. Okay, so roll 48 necrotic damage.
4d8. Jeez.
Yes, it is a 3rd level spell.
16 damage.
So you do 16 necrotic, and then the pig makes a Constitution save. On failed throw, it is blinded and deafened for 1 minute.
Yeah, I don't care what's gonna happen.
Can a
next.
zombie take necrotic damage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
funny enough, it makes no sense to me, but it can.
11,
mean,
so he fails.
It's still made of meat.
Alright,
You can
so-
melt the meat.
So basically, the tentacle bursts out of the rod and just strikes at the pig. And when the tentacles quickly retract and disappear into the rod, you notice that the pig's eyes and stuff and ears are surrounded by a black haze. And also, the thing looks even more shredded, like rotten than normal. But you did all that, you said that thing, but there was no response from the rod. But you do know that the presence is there and is watching you.
Pat my pig on the head and tell him good night. We'll go to sleep.
What the fuck?
God. At this point,
Abuse.
Good night, Wesley. Most likely kill you in the morning.
it's safe to say that nothing happens in terms of dreams. Yet. And
Here.
you guys wake up.
I get to use my feature.
It
Go,
is
nice.
What the hell?
What?
At 6th level, I get access to the Cosmic Omen feature. Whenever I finish a long rest, I roll a dice and gain a special reaction based on whether it was an even or odd number.
Neat.
So now I basically have like 3 Bardic Inspiration die now.
God.
You can do it.
Yes, I can.
Alright, so you guys have a long rest. It is morning. The sun is now just beginning to rise.
Cool.
Could I ask a quick D&D question?
Sure.
So I have a spell that gives like +5 temporary hit points, and then but it says when the temporary hit points are gone, because everybody gets advantage on attacks until the temporary hit points are gone. That means the first time they get hit, it's pretty much gone.
Pretty much.
Or does it have to? The temporary hit points stick around for a certain amount of time?
If I'm understanding correctly, basically, when the temporary hit points are depleted, then that's when the thing is lost. The spell bonus, and it depends on how much temporary hit points too. Because if they're low, then it can remove them all really quickly.
Your understanding is correct, Chris.
Yes.
Kind of makes it a worthless spell, but
I mean,
Maybe.
unless
Maybe
you're
not.
getting hit,
unless you're not getting it.
like, yeah, wizards and stuff don't get hit.
Usually, you try not to. If you do get hit, then at that point you're probably going to die anyways.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys do now?
Well, we've got a job to do. Go out. Oh. Go ahead.
Athenia, do you still have that coin with the, what is it, a fist and a feather on it? The black coin?
Why, yes.
May I see it?
Sure, go ahead. I have no use for it.
Alright, I'll be right back.
I don't believe in those coins. I believe in trust.
All right. Do you mind if we just leave it here in our rooms then?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna go back to my room and throw it under the pillow and leave it there.
Alright.
Oh boy, now the coin fairy will come.
Yeah.
So you go.
No,
so
the
you,
tooth fairy will come and give you teeth.
I'll say
That's
this.
how it works.
Ooh,
As I'm going back to my room, I'm just gonna be like
Getting better.
muttering to myself, like, "Damn, magical contract bullshit, pieces of crap, garbage," and I'm gonna throw it under the pillow and like smother it.
Because yes, it can breathe. Totally.
who knows?
It's a
Oh, shit,
mimic.
you're right.
And as I'm leaving the room, I'm just gonna kind of loudly call out, "All right, let's get going."
and as you guys go down the stairs, you'll notice that the black sword sitting on its little stand is currently creating a decent amount of black mist.
Doesn't he do that when he's excited? Or just feeling
what
something
someone
in
said.
general?
That's what
And
someone
then when
said.
if you guys were to look at it, the black mist will quickly disappear.
No, I saw that. I'll like kind of look at him like, "It's got you in a tizzy."
I don't know what that means. Not
No,
gonna
no,
lie.
I'm saying that to Well Splitter.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Actually,
I'm saying
you know
out of
what?
character. I
No,
don't know
no,
what that
no.
means.
I don't say shit. I'm sorry.
Wait,
I don't say shit.
you don't.
But I
Drew,
did.
You don't know what
but
a
I did
tizzy is.
notice that.
Uncultured.
Sheltered.
You really are.
All right.
Anyway,
Well, I go outside and I mount my steed to prepare for the journey. How far away did you say it was from here?
you can hit it with a baseball.
Cool. That makes no damn sense. Awesome. We're going there. I don't even need the cart. Sick.
So you guys basically, I'm assuming you just going to go straight to there.
Nope. I'm gonna have a conversation
That was true.
Point of order, real quick.
with my party.
Oh fuck, that's me.
I looked up the rules and it says if a feature grants you temporary hit points as a duration, they last until. Oh, never mind. I'm good. Back to this. I'm ready to go. Paxi, did you want me to try and locate object while we're in Witch Door?
Oh no. I think that glass sphere is long gone. I think
Do
it's.
you want me to find you a new one?
No, that's okay. I did before, like, we're on the road. I'm assuming at this point. And I'll just kind of like, can everybody just check their things real fast for another one of those weird black coins? Just make sure you see if you have one on you.
Can I pull Paxi to the side?
Hold on. This first.
I'm just going to ignore him.
Athenia,
I'll
I'm gonna
be
check.
very confused and check myself.
All right, I'm checking my gear. Athenia,
Nothing. That was the only one I had. Is
after
there
everybody checks their
anything
gear,
wrong?
does anybody find a black coin of any sort?
I mean, who's checking their gear?
I am.
I'm going to pretend like I am, but I'm not really.
I think Paxy's crazy. I'm just going to ignore him.
Are you also checking your gear?
I do not have one.
Was that you checking your gear, or you just saying you don't have one?
That was me in character saying I do not have
Yeah,
one.
that was five
That is
syllables.
That's 5 syllables.
Yep.
Get it together, Dane.
Fuck.
There's something wrong.
Dane knows
Paxi?
Aryu has a fucking coin, but Paxi doesn't, so he's gonna have this conversation anyway. Fuck you, Dylan!
Wait, what exactly happened? When did this happen?
I got it in a dream, because I was trying to
that's-
steal it in front of Walt Splitter.
So,
You guys almost
I'm going
lied.
to explain a couple of things. So, Well Splitter can hear us through these black coins. Now there's a number of things that I've noticed about him. That sword. Number one, as much as I don't like Drescher, the man is good at what he does. And Drescher doesn't trust Well Splitter at all. He let me know that Kelvin is a lost cause, whatever that means. Maybe he's under a spell or something. Kelvin specifically said that he hid the cave that we're going to, and only he and we know of it. Yet someone else discovered it. What if Well Splitter can also talk through these magical coins, and it was actually him who let someone know about it? Drescher told us that these remnants, no offense, Wanton, have a
None taken.
A plan of their own. I hid that coin under my pillow back at the tavern so it couldn't hear us on our way over. And, Well Splitter didn't seem too pleased about that when I saw him last. That's it.
Christine?
So, when we
I believe
go to
his
this
name was
place...
also Crew. His real name.
Yeah. When we go to this place, should there be an actual remnant, and Akaz, I believe your stick will let us know if it is.
It will, yes.
Does your weapon have a name? Or anything? Should I call it something?
It's not a weapon. I just use like a walking stick as a weapon. It's just a thing. It doesn't talk to me. Does yours talk to you? That's weird.
It is. It is indeed.
I wouldn't have it with me if it talked to me.
I won't deny talking weapons are weird. No offense. Looking at...
It's a good thing I don't have a talking weapon.
Do you just hear...
You could knock the shit out of someone with a shield.
Also,
Yeah.
Ron needs to be unmuted.
Oh.
Alright. I got him. He's not server muted.
Yeah, he's not.
Let me server mute and server unmute.
You did this to yourself, old man?
Alright, try talking. Try unmuting.
It says he's muted still.
Yeah, it says you're muted, but that's like a.
You muted
User-side
yourself.
mute.
Oh,
He left the call. He just left the call.
Well, he's dead. Dead IRL.
Like, he has permissions. I asked him if he was RTC connecting. If he's RTC connecting, he needs to restart Discord.
He's doing it on his phone.
What if Well Splitter
is it?
is Crew though, Dane? What if all he wants is information?
also, if you are, yeah, it's basically, if you haven't, you should probably just close Discord and then reopen it entirely.
I think that's what he did if he's doing it on his phone.
It's a Colorado
It
air.
still says he's muted.
Spinner.
Unless
Maybe
a
it's
mic
like
was
something
disabled.
on your phone. I don't know.
Maybe you got it disabled. Maybe the mic got disabled for some reason.
Press the mute button on your headset.
Saw you flip off your camera. That was pretty entertaining.
What was if I just mute him and unmute? No, that didn't solve it.
Yeah, no. That's like you muting him on your end. Like he's the gray mute thing is like him being muted on his end, so there's nothing we can do about it.
So while he figures that out, basically, if we find this remnant and we clear out the bandits there, I would like to discern what this remnant is, and if it can be of use to us, take it for ourselves. But also, maybe simply tell Kelvin that it was gone.
As Swolbo listens to your speech about how these remnants are dangerous and they have minds of their own, and then you immediately go into, I want to claim this remnant for myself, he just continues to think you're crazy.
I agree.
Well,
I think it's like.
and I don't hear any of this, so I can't defend myself. So.
Oh yeah, he's basically just like ignoring you. He hears us, he's like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Or at the very least, keep it away from Kelvin and Wellsplitter. Maybe turn it into Miss Cray and the royal, or Miss Princilla and the royal court can decide what to do with it.
I mean, I don't know these people as well as you do, or have the same connection with Wellsplitter that you have. But if we are to assume that Wellsplitter is evil, and has brainwashed or influenced Calbrin in some way to make him evil, why didn't he use the remnant for evil when he first found it?
You trust Drescher's word, right? Your friends?
Yeah.
So
I mean, he seems like a...
his wording wasn't exactly evil. His wording was that Wellsplitter is the most dangerous. And that he has plans in motion. And if Kelvin is certain that this thing is a remnant, then he hides it instead of either utilizing it, turning it in to someone with better understanding than himself. That just seems odd to me. If this remnant is truly dangerous, then we should get it into the hands of someone who can protect it, not leave it in a cave in the middle of nowhere, where bandits can come.
You make a good point. All right.
So if we can move it out and we don't decide to use it, we should bring it back to the palace where they can keep a watch on it.
Okay. I am on board with this plan until another one presents itself.
So, Athenia,
Oh.
you hear Wanton speak up? Like, hey, Athenia. No. Athenia, hey, Athenia.
May I help you, Wonton?
Hey, I got a question to ask.
What's your question?
Hearing all this little talk about the whole remnant thing, a whale splitter dance or whatever, do you trust me, Athenia?
No, but I'll listen to you anyways.
You know what, Athenia? That is fair, because honestly, in my opinion, I trust you. I like it so far. And for
I
me...
believe in brutal honesty. That is how you build trust with another.
fucking fixed it.
Yay!
Congratulations, Ron.
Hey!
Was it?
What of
Welcome
substance?
back to the world of the living.
Yeah, for whatever reason, like Discord kept saying my microphone was in use and it was in use and it couldn't unmute, but it wouldn't like tell me that until I like launched the web debug error.
Did you have something you wanted to add to the conversation?
I did 30 minutes
Go
ago.
I mean, go
Just
ahead.
like
It's
my
not
sister.
too late.
I can't even remember what it was at this point. My blood
Oh.
pressure is so fucking high right now.
I can relate. I can sympathize. This shit sucks.
So I'm just gonna warn everybody ahead of time. I'm not gonna mute my fucking microphone. Like, it's not gonna
That's
happen.
fair.
That's fair. That is entirely fair.
Well, that was all I had to say, so...
Anyways, Athenia, gotta say, I have a simple shield. All I like and watch is violence and
I understand.
violence.
Mhm.
As long as I got to participate in fights, I am one happy camper. So, I don't know about the whole big plan thing about, hey, big evil mastermind, except I'm a sword. I don't know. I don't know, I'm just a simple person. I don't think I'm a person, I'm a shield. Anyways, you know what I mean. I'm probably going to stop talking now, but hey, if we're going to get into a fight, I'm happy.
If Swolbo believed in talking items, he would like this guy.
If Swolbo used shields...
Because anyways, now let's go. Because there's gonna be violence, right? You're not gonna be talking this out with them, right?
Probably not.
Can we reforge
Yeah.
Wanton into an axe?
Just tape him to
No.
a stick and hit people with it like a road sign.
looking at
I
what's
didn't quite hear
awesome.
what you said there, but all I know is that Dane started dying.
That was your
No,
brother.
it's me.
You're in the same
Oh.
house.
I didn't hear what he said. I'm sorry.
He
Cut out for me.
basically
Me?
taped wonton to a stake and then hit people like he's a road sign.
Oh no! I understand.
Anyways, so what? So you guys are now traveling down
Oh, I
towards.
wanted to pull Paxi aside before we left the city.
Sure. We're in a cart.
If you're done. No, I want to be alone. If I can.
All
call
right.
it
You're
out.
not in the cart.
Pee break.
Before we. No. Not everybody has to go. I just want to speak to you.
Okay.
Before we leave the city,
We're on the road, but okay.
were we
Time
on the road the
travel.
whole time?
Yes.
I didn't know we were. Besides,
Yeah,
I wasn't
no.
pulling a cart.
I wanted to speak to you before we left the inn,
Okay.
or before we left the city. So, my question for you is, Paxi. Athenia made a contract with Wellsplitter, correct?
Yeah, I saw her do it.
And the contract was that we wouldn't say anything.
We would not talk about the remnant to other people. Shit.
Are you not
Well,
at all?
She,
Are you not at all
no, the
interested?
contract was she would prevent us from talking about the remnant to other people.
Yeah. So you're not at all interested in seeing what happens when you break a contract with Wellsplitter.
So I have been told by 3 different people now that what happens is you are just merely compelled strongly to adhere to the contract.
So you're not interested in seeing what happens? Is that what you're telling me?
I am, but I'm also fairly confident Athenia could kick both of our asses.
But it's like I feel like it'd be a moral struggle for her.
Well, she made a promise, both magically and morally.
Perhaps,
She
perhaps
is a,
I'm beating around the bush.
she is a
Paxi.
paladin.
Do you want to see what happens if she breaks her contract?
I am deeply intrigued as one would be watching a cart crash happen, but I don't think this is the time to see what happens.
I'll take that under advisement.
Maybe if we find someone else who has made a magical contract with Wellsplitter, we can have our experiment then.
Also, the only way you could get her to break her contract is for her to sit back and not do anything while you told someone. As long as she's trying to stop you, she's fulfilling the contract.
It doesn't mean you can't do it. It's just she's probably gonna try and kill you if you do.
Yeah, but she has a moral
No, she's a
obligation.
paladin. She's just going to restrain you forcefully.
With a
Yeah.
sword.
With her foot.
Permanently.
I mean, her foot's probably the size of a healer gnome.
She's gonna be shouting "Stop resisting" the whole time.
Oh my god.
Please.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys.
Yeah, I'm ready to go now.
You guys
So
can
you-
walk.
Anyway, so you guys are going. I'm just gonna you're pretty much going cross-ish country. There's not really any roads to follow. Well, actually, there's the road. There's a path right here. They're following. It's well paved, well traveled. After going a certain distance, which let me get my little snap to center, which is right here. That's when you guys start branching off, and that's when it goes from nice paved road. Because since it's a road, it's much faster to travel. So you're making much better time compared to when you're trying to get to Gidroar through crossing through the forest instead of going a long way around. But once you get out to that road and get to that part where you need to start branching off, that's when it turns into thick forest and hills. Lots and lots of hills. But these hills eventually are pretty small, but as you guys get a little bit deeper in, that's when these hills get bigger and bigger to the point where they're not quite mountains, but they're very, very tall and rocky. So, after a bit, that's when you can see that this path starts breaking away. You can see that there's looks like a dirt road, but it's definitely not used and seems has been made somewhat recently. And then that's when you can see up ahead that it kind of spreads open and reveals. Well, this is where I'll bring you guys to here.
Oh shit, it's a map.
Ooh, enemies.
This
You
isn't a
You can
cave.
see up ahead is a hastily made, or at least it looks like it was hastily made, but it is well fortified. You can see there's wooden walls. You can see there's a quickly made gate, and it seems like this. I mean, you guys don't have to be that close, but you can tell that these guys were quick. And there's two guys standing up front. They're just in garbs with hoods. They don't seem like they're paying attention that much, and they have not noticed you guys whatsoever.
Okay, I have 2 questions. Is
What's
this
up?
gate closed?
Yes.
Is it like an elaborate gate, or is it just 2 pieces of wood?
It's 2 pieces of wood.
Okay. Hmm.
And you, from your distance, you know what? Roll perception.
Okay, I'm good at doing that. Wisdom for the win.
12.
Win-
You know, that's still
wisdom.
above average.
Wisdom.
So, you can see that they just like chopped up trees to build this wall, and they just carved like crude doors, slapped them in the front, and used rope to tie it.
Okay.
It's not sturdy. It's more just there as a placeholder, so people can't just walk straight in.
Okay. My second question is: these 2 people are hooded. Is there some kind of
Yes.
uniform? Like, are they wearing
No.
similar robes, or are they just like dressed
It
as
seems-
like generic bandit number 7?
They are not wearing anything particular. There's like rags, leather, cloth. These 2 guys do not look similar in their attire,
Okay then.
but they do not look professional.
That's fair.
If anything, seeing the fact that these guys aren't actually really keeping watch, you can tell that they simply just got roped into whatever this duty is, and they're not used to it. So they're just like looking at anywhere but at you guys, just not being vigilant.
And they seem like they're in a uniform, or no?
No.
Do we want to talk to him first? Give him the chance to go away.
Sure, I'll do that.
All
I'm
right.
pretty good at it.
Meanwhile, your shield is like, no, don't do that. Fight him.
I must apologize.
Violence.
Hit them. Hit
I
them.
must
with me.
apologize.
He
one
just took a
time.
long time ago. Oh boy, I love to talk. You know what I mean? Talk, wait, no, never mind. You can't see the quotation.
Face to face, I understand.
Yeah, you know what? You speak my language, Athenia.
However, I must say, I feel like it is important to give them a chance before we fight.
Oh yeah, it makes the fight even sweeter because hey, you had your chance. Now you're going to get fucking boots through your face.
Sure.
I love the implication that the shield is trying to make air quotes, but realizes it doesn't have hands.
No, I can make air quotes. It's not. Does it have hands on the shield, or is it just a face?
It's just a face.
Damn.
Speaking of which, the face is now looking like this.
I don't see your face.
You have to hit reconnect.
Cool.
Click on the gear, scroll all the way down, click reconnect. Not you, Dylan.
I know.
Oh, me?
No.
Whoever
Yeah,
was
go-
saying they couldn't see his face.
I want to receive from others video only,
Yes.
so we can see all of our faces.
He also has to click reconnect. Sometimes it'll just randomly block people out. You have to reconnect.
Yeah.
You know that one Smug Bob, not Smug Bob, SpongeBob's like smug look where he's like this?
Mhm.
That is basically what he's doing.
If a piece of defensive equipment could look smug, that's him.
I
got
mean,
you.
the face does change its expression every now and then.
Oh, need that.
Here we go. Campaign 1.
Yep.
Oh. Alright, well, he's canonically SpongeBob with a what accent?
Shit.
Burt
That's not what I
Reynolds, the
meant.
Shield, has buck teeth.
That's a good SpongeBob meme. I like it.
So
Alright,
anyway, I
so-
guess we're walking up.
Sure.
Ruin their entire day.
I'm assuming Athena's taking her horse.
Well, I guess we can have the cart.
All right.
So you guys approach, and as you guys approach, these guys went from going like,
I'm back here.
"Hey, hey, hey, hey!" And the other guy looks and goes, "Oh!" He starts elbowing his buddy. And
Oh,
just
hello there.
they move away. Hey, kind of a bad time to take a walk, especially out in these parts.
We're just travelers. What am I
Oh.
seeing you guys are doing here? I see some nice fortified wooden walls.
My
Kinda look
my
at
name's
each other.
Paxi, and I'm a professional pencil sharpener. She's Athenia, a resident kite flyer. Our budget is 500,000 gold. Your house was on the market.
They kind of just like look. Yeah, they 500,000. Yeah. Oh, looking to buy, huh? Well, gotta tell you now. We're all cool for negotiations, but first, before we do that, gotta pay a toll. And he
What
just
would
like
that toll
opens
be?
his hand and just like, come on.
I'm afraid I don't have any money.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out of here!
You
Look
can
at
see
him right now.
pulls out a short sword and it just like starts smacking on his hand, kind of like with a flat end, like he's doing it with a club. And he goes, "Hey, we're going to be asking kindly. Don't worry, just give us
No,
whatever
I
you
don't
have."
think you understand, sirs.
I'm asking you kindly.
I'll walk up
Just
and I'll
step
say,
away.
cut the crap, you guys. Our mutual benefactor has sent us to check on the operation. Take us now to your leader.
When you say mutual benefactor, they stop. Roll deception.
There
Yes,
it
sir.
is. There it is.
Roll deception.
Yes, sir. Let's see here.
I don't get anything with my House Hunters reference.
They seem to have ignored. They seem.
Come
They
on, D&D Beyond 20.
20. What do you say? Mutual benefactor. They pause, and you can see like one of them starts to have sweat rolling down his face. Yeah, with that, psycho.
Yeah, we're here to get in that box. Now take us to your leader.
I don't know. I don't think we're in a good position to make a call. Should we get the boss? Wait right there. Just one moment. Then you can see the other guy quickly unties the rope, pushes the doors open, runs inside. He just leaves the doors wide open. And he just runs into the cave.
How about we make it easier for everybody here, so that way you don't have to make them walk as far? We should all go in with you.
Can't let you
I like to
go
roll
in.
persuasion. I'd like to roll persuasion.
Roll
if I
persuasion.
could. Dun, dun, dun. Wow, I rolled a natural 4. But still a 13.
Yeah, that's a fair point, but gotta clarify things, with the boss. I don't want my head cut off, so stay right there.
At that
Hey.
point,
Oh, you think it'll be fine?
I'm
mean,
gonna summon
if
Morning,
any-
which is very beautiful and a lot cooler than whatever the hell he's using.
He
It's
has
like
a discount sword.
And I'm like, young man, I'd like you to do a quick math check. There's one of you, and a lot more than one of us. You should go that way. And I point away from the camp.
Roll intimidation.
I'm okay at that. 22.
Jesus.
when you do that, he kind of looks at your sword, and when you're like holding it, he's like fixated on the sword. Oh, yeah, oh.
Bye.
You,
Bye.
will you find the spare silver piece so that way I can get home?
Bye.
I flip him a
Five.
silver piece.
He takes it. Yeah. We never saw each other. You don't know me. And he just hear the Scooby-Doo sound as he
Actually,
runs off into the forest.
Shit. Could have used that. I could have gotten a name out of him. Oh well.
And I can hear some
Not bad.
shouting
Not
coming
even
from the
bad.
camp, as well as a deep voice going, "What are you talking about?" And you can see some peep
Before
figures
they
are
close
coming
the
out of the
gate.
cave. The gate is wide open.
Yeah.
They're not close.
Shall we?
They gotta see guys who are just chilling. They go, "Wait, hold on! Hey, you're not out here."
I'll just say, the guard let us in. We're here to see
We
the boss
covered
about
it.
the progress.
Yeah.
They look out. They can see there's no guards there. Hey, buddy, what'd you do with our pal Philip and Phil?
So
Phil ran inside. Didn't you know he was in kind of a rush? Alright,
Yeah,
what'd you
Phil-
do with our pal Philip?
nothing. Philip decided to have a walk.
Look, we're wasting time. We've been sent here to check on the progress. So take us to the boss, or get out of our way, and we'll go find him ourselves. You do not understand our benefactor. You know how he gets.
Kind of look at you. They're like, or look at you, like down. Hey, get a load of this guy. Man, he looks like he can just sit on my mom's. You know, my mom used to have a little pedestals and stuff like that. He'd fit right in on there.
Oh yeah, gnome on a shelf. I've heard of that.
Fuck you. Anyways, you can see the shouting gets louder, and then the guy who ran in pops right out. Then I can see a few more guys also pop out.
Cool.
The big man.
Wanton might get his wish after all.
Wonton.
Hell yeah.
And then you hear the guy, the one who ran in, points at you guys like, "Hey, look, I'm not lying, see? Please keep my neck on my head, you know, please. Hey, look. And then this guy steps out. He's a bigger dude, not too big, but he definitely stands out due to his attire. He's not dressed in rags. He's like studded leather armor, big beard, bald head. He wrapped around his arm is chains, as well as a gigantic flail. And he goes, looks. He has scars all over his face, and he's just glaring. Okay, who is messing with my cap? And he just steps out. You claiming to be with a benefactor, huh?
Of course. Who else will we be?
We're not claiming we are. And I suggest if you do not want to make him angry, you show us the progress you have made.
So who you trying to pull, lad? He steps up to you and just glares down. Why you here? Why you want to speak with him?
Here to check on the progress. We need to get in that box.
Kind of looks at him. His subordinates. He's just. He wants to check on the box. And all the other guys just start laughing nervously. Okay. Just want to check on the box. Well, just let you know, I ain't quite fond of you guys. You already whipped up some of my lads earlier, and I ain't looking to have that again. So,
But if you want
I'll
to
just
continue to be paid, you will do as you are told.
We're cutting
I'll go
out
tell
options.
him that you guys came to check on him.
What?
Check on him, he says.
So he's clearly not the leader then.
No, he's telling no. Saying him as in the box.
No, him as in the guy checking the box.
Oh, okay. Got it. Misunderstood then.
Anyways, you guys are causing problems. Get out of my camp.
Cast best friends.
Unless you got gold to convince me otherwise.
I think Healer Gnome just cast Fast Friends.
Oh.
15 wisdom
Shit.
saving throw.
He fails.
Why are we still talking about this guy? I've got steel to convince
So
him
what
of
is
it.
what
So-
happens?
When you need to make sure something gets done, you can't rely on vague promises, sworn oaths, or binding contracts. While the creature is charmed in this way, it undertakes and performs any service or tasks you ask in it in a friendly manner, or to the best of its ability. The spell ends when the creature knows it was charmed by you.
How long does it last?
An hour.
Oh.
Concentration. If the service or activity might cause harm to the creature, or it conflicts with the creature's normal activities or desires, the creature can make another wisdom saving throw to try and end the effect.
Alright.
Look,
So?
buddy, we're trying to be nice here. We just want to help. So why don't you just take us back, let us see that box, and we'll all be good.
Alright, he gets to make the save again, so let me try. Oh, sorry about being rude. Just part of the job. You want to see the box? Just you?
No, I mean, we're all gonna go see it. We're the inspector. We're the box inspectors.
Oh, box! I heard of you guys. You know, I see all the other guys kind of like looking at the guy like he grew a second head, but they're not saying shit. Oh, alright, yeah, box inspectors. Yeah, I knew about you. Come on in. I'll take you right to it. Careful though. Seeing that you're already familiar with the hot benefactor, gotta tell you, you're probably aware about how creepy he is.
As we're going, I'm gonna whisper to Healer Gnome, get the name of him, of the benefactor.
Later.
Alright.
Alright, so you guys fucking enter.
Sure.
We were invited in.
Not only
I also
do
need
we,
my also
Give
need
me
my
my
pig and my
horse.
zombie.
I want my horse.
You're a horse inside the cave.
Yeah.
Sounds like an awful place for a horse, but I dig it.
It's not a regular horse.
Swolbo, this combat brought to you by Healer Gnome.
Alright,
Slobo just looks very frustrated this whole time.
let me do some quick copy pastes.
Give me horse.
Talk our way out of everything.
Or what did you just say?
I need a skeleton
Give
and
me
a
horse.
zombie at some point too.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay, more copy pasting. Let me go to the glitter and bauble.
I knew
Wait,
that spell would work.
how the fuck did you leave the town without your zombie and skeleton being noticed?
They're in they're in poultice ropes.
Shit. Yeah. Anyways, so you guys are now inside the cave.
We can walk past all these enemies we were supposed to fight. It'll be great. And then we have to fight our way out, which will be even more fun.
Yeah, we're not getting out of here without killing everybody. Let's be honest.
So you see the guy
You better
like,
not.
hey,
I mean, only
you
by
fish
myself.
out. So you guys enter this dark cave. You can hear sounds of running water. The cave is damp. You're like, hey, watch your step. Oh, one of my lads broke his neck trying to climb up these rocks, and he's currently grabs a torch and he's holding it in the air.
You haven't let the box get damp, have you?
Oh, I ain't in charge of that. In fact, I don't think I've even seen it with my own eyes.
What? Okay.
So, be careful what you say. The more sus things you say, the more likely it is for the spell to break.
I would ask him anything else. We're continuing on.
Yeah, so there's this big ledge that he climbs up. Hey, you! You too! And he points at his two subordinates. Stand guard there, alright? I'll handle these. Yeah, follow me, follow me! I'll lead you most of the way. After a certain point, I can't go any farther. He's orders, you know.
Yep.
So you guys step into here.
Oh, he's not going farther?
Oh, he's not. He's going to lead you guys a certain distance, and then he's going to
Okay.
stop. So you enter this area.
Ooh. Look, it's a cliff. It's a cave. It's a place to fall. Everyone loves those in D&D.
He just goes up this way. Alright, going to climb down here. Don't use the ladder over there. We tried building that earlier. Turns out that water flood just leads straight deeper into the ground. Haven't seen some of my men ever since they went down.
How far does that ledge go? Like, how far down? You said climb down.
I'd say it's about 6 to 8 feet.
Damn it. Okay, I despawn my horse.
1 ACUS.
You despawn the horse.
Bye, horse. I miss horse. Bye,
Yeah, he
Charlie.
climbs down.
Bye, Charlie horse.
Charlie Horse. Well done.
Why did you name it that? That's a bad thing.
It's a bad horse.
Fair enough.
He does good things.
I love the power horse. It's so
He
bad.
attacks
Wow.
people exclusively in their legs.
Are we in water?
No, this is
This is
a
water.
cave.
Okay. I'm just making sure we're not like walking through puddles or something like that. You gotta worry about healer gnome drowning.
That is true. That is very true.
Do I, when I'm talking to him, do I smell anything on his breath? Is he like a drinker?
You can smell alcohol. Well, he's not drunk, but he can tell he definitely drinks.
It's hard to get drunk in old-timey times. The alcohol wasn't super potent back then.
So, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. We need a little privacy in this cave. Oh, don't worry. Once I show you the way, there's a point where I can't go any farther. Because to be honest, we've only been hired just to keep people out. You know, unwanted. Oh, whatever. Alright, so I'll continue on with him. About how long? Oh, go ahead. So he leads you to this. Oi, you just gotta cross this here water. Not much, by the way, just enough to get your boots wet. And just keep on going.
And brown healer gnome.
About how long have we been walking for, Dylan?
An hour.
A minute.
Okay, so it's not a big cave.
Okay.
It's pretty small.
Alright.
It seems like this cave was formed mostly from water.
Mr. Dungeon Master, I have a question.
What's up?
If I say I put him in a chokehold and render him unconscious, what rolls will I have to make?
Don't do that.
That would transcend. I mean, you have to beat. If you want to try and do something like that, you have to beat his HP.
Oh.
Let me play this song.
Let's hold off on that for a second.
Fine. We won't knock him out right now.
Oh, he's
Does
a
this guy
friend.
have like what is he wearing?
Anyways, just go past this water. Just follow the way. Ain't hard. There's one spot where it's a little tight squeeze, but I think all of you will be fine.
This gentleman in front of us that we're following.
Mm-hmm.
What is he wearing?
Studded leather.
Okay. Does he appear to be armed and dangerous?
One of his arms is wrapped in chains, and he's holding a giant flail on said arm.
But he's very.
Does he have a shield?
No shield.
Okay. So I'm gonna just put my hand on Healer Gnome, and I'm gonna say, Healer Gnome, that studded leather would look great on me. I think it would raise the value of their boxes substantially if we were to, be bribed with some studded leather.
Let me figure out how to do this. You're gonna fuck me up.
He
Time
also
for
would
some
have
5
a lower AC if he takes that instead of.
I'll smack Cammy on the ass and I'll say, I'll take care of you later, bud.
Mhm.
And I'll look at the guy and I'll be like, look, you guys have been doing a great job out here keeping this cave safe. In fact, such a great job that my benefactor specifically brought out a bonus for you.
Ooh, how much we're talking?
He wanted me to give you 5 gold to tell you to take the boys, go get a drink. You know you want to anyway. He said treat the boys.
Only 5 gold?
Well, in this world, apparently 5 gold is a shit ton.
They give you like 500 mugs of ale.
Your world,
We're
DM.
being paid 500 though for this job.
No, that's on top of your 500. This is just, it's a morale booster, almost like a company retreat. You take the 5 gold, you treat the boys to some drinks, you get them a little toshed, you come back, you guard the cave, you keep doing good work.
Yeah, but not. No offense, but I'd rather hear that from the big guy himself.
Well, he has to roll for it because he's charmed. So if you don't think that he would want to,
This might break it.
might break it.
He just nods his head slightly. Hey, what am I saying? You guys are with him. If he gets mad, you talk him out of it. Here, give me the gold.
Hand him 5 gold, and he's gonna take him and his boys and go.
He like starts leaving. Like, you just hear him shout, "Hey, come on! We're going to go to the nearby town. We're going to go fucking drinking." And you just hear some shouting like, "Hey, boss, what do you mean? Are we done with the job?" "Yeah, that's where we are. Here's all the bloody souls we can go. So let's go." And you just hear his voice quiet as he starts leaving.
Yeah, Hailish knock. Hey, Cass, trust the. So you're getting a little tense over there. Sometimes you gotta trust the process.
Okay, fair enough. I will trust the healer gnome process from this point on.
Hey,
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Hey, Kami, I meant to give this to you back at town, but I slipped my mind, and I'll pull the studded leather armor that I purchased and hand it to him.
Oh yeah, I
Why
remember.
is healer gnome dead?
I'm just gonna accept this, I suppose, and just be baffled and dumbfounded.
Yeah, don't die.
How did you know I wanted one of these?
It's even in your size, oddly enough.
You
That doesn't add
Hey.
up. It doesn't add up.
you spend time
Taffy.
with my sister. How do you know what size I wear?
It's triple extra large, right?
Yes.
Or was it quadruple? I forget.
No, well, my sister's quadruple. You're lucky I didn't
And that
catch
was
you.
meant for RU. Oh well.
It was meant for someone.
This is true.
RU hasn't been saying much lately.
I'm
Oh,
here.
true.
I mean, there's nothing really to comment on.
Hey, well,
RU
looks
doesn't
like we
get
have the
hit
cave
anyway.
all by ourselves, so I'm just going to continue on.
Yep.
Yeah. Continue on.
Also, by the way, he handed you guys the torch he was carrying.
Cool. I can see in the dark.
Cool.
We just
I cast light on the torch for extra bullshit.
I cast daylight on the torch for extra
Oh,
bullshit.
God. Ah, Jesus! My eyeballs!
So you can see there's
stay
another
near the torch
small,
so I can
like
see.
4-foot ledge that you have to climb over.
Well, I
At
guess
this
we
point,
have to
the
leave healer
fire
gnome
Wait,
the
did
behind.
torch
you
is
say
the least-
12 feet?
4.
Oh, okay. I
1/3 of that.
pick up healer gnome and toss him over the ledge, and then I step up.
I'm pretty sure I can just walk up it like a flight of stairs. Just
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my zombie will grab Taxi's wrist and shake his head.
Okay.
a pig grabbed you.
Are your
which is-
zombies gonna form a staircase?
They can lift me.
Okay.
Or I can hop on Cammy's.
Yeah, I can
with my
pull
baby
myself up.
Bjorn, which is more what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hop in Cammy's baby Bjorn.
Oh, don't worry, little one. I got you.
And as you guys get closer, you can hear muttering from this direction.
Is it in a language we think we understand?
It's in common. You can tell that much, but it's a little quiet.
Ron, check your DMs in Discord.
Cool. That's alright. It just doesn't ding or anything. I'll figure it out.
It is a quite squeeze. Well, quite squeeze tight squeeze. So,
Okay.
A tight
What?
white
Single
For some
squeeze.
people, maybe.
shut up.
What are the dimensions of this?
It's
Swole, you're wide. It's probably a
This is
tight
true.
squeeze.
I'm still like only like 30 something pounds.
well, it's
Hey,
like
you're like 5 feet across. It's fine.
2.5 feet. I guess so. It's basically half the size of a typical square.
Okay. How tall is it?
Fairly tall.
Okay. Yeah,
About
for this-
10 feet tall.
Okay. Okay. I should be okay. Athenia's going in
Yeah.
first. Good.
Athena's
Yeah,
again
okay,
here. This
fine.
chamber gets a little bigger, goes up to like 20 feet tall, and I will reveal exactly what you see.
It's gonna be the fucking mother box. The fuck is that?
You can see there's a figure who's like looking at this gigantic thing. You can see he's like,
The fucking sci-fi box.
and you can hear his muttering and stuff, but then he kind of stopped for a moment. Well, seeing that there are people here, it seems that the ones I hired did not do a good enough job. Regardless, I get what I paid for. Well, he kind of turns and looks at you. He's wearing black robes. He's wearing a white mask. He has a single glowing red eye. Shut up. And he just backs up a little. Greetings. I presume that you are also here for this. And he just points at the gigantic metal box with symbols on it. You can see some parts are glowing a little red. Well,
It's like it's irritated.
shut up. But
Oh, no.
yes, if I may ask, how did you get past all the guards? 'Cause
They're really stupid. They're really dumb.
They ask nicely.
I've assumed as much. Ask nicely. I did express that they are to, in no circumstances, let others inside. Saying that you managed to get in, I can only presume that magic was at work.
Are you the psychopath
Yes,
that they
nicely.
referenced?
Psychopath.
Their
Funny.
words, not mine.
Understandable words. If anything, well, they came out to me first, and after subduing them, they have every right to fear me. But I just simply wanted some time to investigate, because I've caught word that there are remnants scattered around Shador.
What is my
Well,
stick doing?
It is glowing faintly. And when you were to try and move it, see where the brightest is at, it is going in. Let me grab the tool. It's going this direction.
I
Okay.
think you
It's
I think
faint.
you misunderstand, sir. We are here to help you get in that box.
You are not going to fool me with those words. I know more than enough that you are not with me.
No,
What?
we are not with you, but we have a common
I'm
interest.
gonna say no. We are with Wealth
to
Splitter.
restore the mages.
Does that name ring a bell?
The name rings no bells.
Shit.
But it doesn't matter. For me, I've already done enough investigation. He just looks at the box. This thing is, by the way, this box is like 12 feet tall.
Oh.
That's a big box.
Does it have the
I've-
number 427 on it, or is that the only thing
Yes,
you can find?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
This
Oh, shit,
is
we have to find the other
nothing.
426 boxes.
But this is nothing I have ever witnessed in my life. I have seen and handled many remnants, and this is very different. It's intriguing. Through my magical investigations, I cannot find any sort of way to activate it. But then again, I have never been one for the literal hands-on approach.
Is his eye glowing
May
like it's
I,
artificial or like it's magical?
May I inspect the box?
Roll perception.
Sure, the thing I'm good at.
Yep, roll perception, Paxi. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
It is most certainly magical in nature. In fact, you can tell that this guy is a spellcaster and a pretty strong one at that.
Cool.
From what you can tell is that his body language is he's completely relaxed. He is not doesn't seem worried about you guys, and he also doesn't seem aggressive. Like even though the fact that you're trespassing, or at least doing something that he would normally be angry about, he seems like he doesn't quite care.
You say you say you've seen remnants before, and I'll kind of like tap to the side of my head that the eye is on. He's like, would that be one of them?
Oh, no, you were simply mistaken. But what if it is, though? I don't really have much of a reason to tell you, just as I have no reason to ask you about your own remnants.
When he says that, does he like look at anything in particular?
No, he's just looking at your guys' general direction. But, yes.
May I inspect the box? Do you mind?
Of course. If anything, you'll probably find something that I have not. In the end, at this point, seeing that I have found nothing, I, for the matter, have no interest in taking something that I have no idea what it does, so I'll leave this all to you. If you're fine with that.
Excuse.
I mean,
my apologies.
we'll handle this box with care.
We may have gotten off on the wrong foot. My name is Paxi, and you are?
My name. I hope you do not be offended, but I am not one who feels privy to release such information. But after all, we've only just met. If anything, you should be more careful throwing your name around. Once you wander too far into Auseland, that name can be dangerous. Speaking of which, what if I were to know this name now and know how to hunt and seek you down?
Is this motherfucker Faye or what?
In the end, I will say this. We are not enemies. Or at least not yet, to my knowledge. And if we were to meet each other again, then I'll reconsider my stance, since at that point we are no longer strangers.
My good
And
sir,
this encounter is not just a coincidence.
I do not mean this as a brag, but you would not be the only thing hunting me.
I've noticed.
Okay,
You have a scent on you. No, scent is not the right word. A trail. But, anyways, you've already gotten my guards to leave, and they probably won't be coming back anytime soon, since through magic you have voided our little deal. However,
At least
go
you don't have to
ahead.
pay him.
Oh, I already have. But that's just simply money used for the greater good. Everything.
Does this guy resemble the guys that we saw in the labyrinth, the other mages?
No, he does not.
No?
I mean, he does have that mysterious robed magical air about him, but he does not seem similar.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Anyways, if you don't mind, I will be seeing myself out. Unless you have anything else you wish to object.
I'm going to cast the spell Detect Magic.
Bye, Felicia.
You cast Detect Magic.
Yes.
So, you cast Detect Magic. He's just going to stand there for 10 minutes.
No, I cast it as a spell, not as a ritual.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to say this guy's giving off a real powerful aura of necromancy.
Like, strong enough that he's a necromancer, or strong enough that he's dead?
He's a necromancer.
Okay.
And you can see there's a faint aura coming from the box, but not from the box. In fact, you notice that the box lacks any sort of aura whatsoever. But you notice that
Just
around
wrong.
the base of the box, particularly on the ground, is faint. Let me see. Conjuration magic.
Strange. Okay.
Anyways, now that you've seen what you wanted to see, I will now leave. And he kind of just
Can I try and
opens his
flip
hand.
him before he leaves?
What do you want
And
to
be
do?
like, I want to try and give him like a pound the fist and be like, blessings of Ishtar on you.
He kind of stops. Oh, this seems like we'll be meeting each other soon, then. Sooner than I thought.
This is like Ish
And he just
knocks
opens
himself.
his hands, and he knows these black, like liquid starts pouring out of his hands and onto the ground. And then as it forms a puddle around his feet, you notice that he slowly starts sliding into the puddle, like he's sinking.
Oh no, you don't, fuckboy.
No,
I don't think so.
Oh, god damn it.
Do it!
Mm-mm. Nope. There's a thunderclap in there. I just can't find the button because I don't have a mouse.
You want to cast Thunderclap, where everyone is there?
Whoa,
Thunderclap's
no,
5
he-
foot
he's,
range.
he's far enough away from us.
Oh,
Yeah.
except the
Heleno
pigs.
might die, but fuck it.
You're getting a thunderclap.
I want to lean over to you, Athenia, and be like, he's a necromancer. Do you want to do anything about that?
He's a what now?
Uh-oh.
He's a necromancer. He's a necromancer, like a really strong necromancer, like very necromancy.
Okay, so what level is Thunderclap?
Cantrip.
It's a cantrip.
Zero.
You can see his red eye flashes and the spell fizzles when you're casting it. So and then
You've been counterspelled, son.
yeah, then he sinks into the puddle and disappears. And healer, you know that little presence you can hear from the stick?
No, I don't hear anything from this stick. I just feel a presence.
Well, you hear a voice speak now. Nox's step of eyes. And then it goes silent.
Can you check that out for me,
He's
Dylan?
dead in real life.
you say
Ishnox
that
is
again?
what?
Step of eyes.
Oh.
Wait, was that that's the spell name, isn't it?
I will look.
That
my-
is from what you know, that is the spell that guy just cast to teleport.
I will look at my staff and I will say. you
Super
have to
dimension
change
door.
it.
Super dimension door.
Dang, I liked him. I thought he was
Yeah.
a pretty good dude.
And when he sinks completely through the puddle, the puddle just evaporates and it's gone.
He was a cool dude. I think. I really
Also,
liked
by the way, Akaz, just letting you know when your spell was still active, so you could tell that that was also a school of necromancy.
Can I see where? Can I like look around and see where he went?
Yeah, no. In fact, you
Can I,
know
like, can I see him through the walls or something?
no.
Like he just teleported
You're-
over here. He
Nope.
runs away. Okay.
You is basically you just see a faint, very quickly fading aura of necromancy here. But now the only thing you see is that's anything magical besides you guys is the faint, like aura of conjuration magic that's on the ground that this box is on
So-
top of.
It's on the ground, like it's underneath the box.
If you were to look, I mean, it's not even a perception or investigation. The ground around the box is scorched.
Okay.
So cool.
Okay.
I'll have my pigs try and open it for us.
Right.
Also, healer, you're next to the box. You can see that there's a glowing symbol on it.
Yeah, I use Arcana to try and figure out what that is. Or is it
Alright.
not something I speak?
Roll Arcana
14.
14. You are not sure exactly what it is. Like, the symbol, to your knowledge, like you're trying to rack your brain and think what exactly it would mean. You have no idea.
Cammy, come look at this symbol.
Also,
Ah,
let me
Mm.
post into campaign 1. This is the symbol you see.
As he just pulls out the
It's
stat block, like the
SpongeBob.
spell. Holy shit!
Yeah.
SpongeBob with the mean! I knew it this whole time. Oh, that's a new one.
Does the box look damaged at all?
Okay.
It looks absolutely pristine. There's some you can see. There's some. Well, it's water. It's wet due to the air because it's damp, but
Okay.
it looks relatively undamaged. The metal is very smooth. It's very silvery, and it doesn't look like it's something you've ever seen before.
I would raise my voice and raise my hand. Hey, Athenia, Swobo, I think there's something under it. Help me move it. Help me move this. Like push it off to one side.
What? Something to actually do, finally.
Yes. Use your skull. Yes. Athenia, you too. You're strong, right? You're a paladin. You use your strength.
I
for
don't think
attacks, right?
Athenia's that strong.
Are you a dex-based paladin, Drew? Drew, are you a dex? Drew, are you a dex-based paladin?
So you look to try and roll. You grab your fingers like to try and grab it, and then you try to lift, and you hear a crack come from your back.
My back.
Oh, well,
Oh
he's
no,
dead.
I
You
broke a
take-
nail.
Let's see.
No, that's my back. My back.
What the fuck
think
you
I
damage
helped.
you take? You find you take 5 piercing damage.
Ooh,
As
ow.
your spine juts out of your hips.
It's
Ooh.
just hear Wonton
My
speak.
neck.
So, where are we doing the fighting? You know, I thought where's the violence?
I think I helped.
Give me a second. Oh, that doesn't feel too good. And I just kind of twist. And I just kind of put my hands on myself and I stretch and I hear a crack and I'm all good. I use lay on hands on
Also,
myself.
so that's a 20 Arcana for Kami. What are you trying to deduce?
This symbol, I would like to know if it can be activated in some capacity.
In terms of arcane nature, you are not sure.
Trying
You're
to
like,
blood on it, Cammy.
like, so what are you doing to like? Are you like looking at it? Are you touching it? What are you doing?
Well, I definitely would like to touch it. I would like to
When you touch
lean
it,
in and give
the
it a
symbol.
good sniff.
I'm just gonna say this: the moment you touch the symbol, it lights up brightly and it's glowing like a bright yellow. And
yellow.
you can hear a humming noise coming from the box. Then the symbol starts flashing.
Uh-oh.
Wait, Cammy, you just touched it and it started humming?
Yep. Last time I touched a box, it hummed too, so makes sense.
Wait a minute.
And then
I
can
don't care about the
see
humming. I'm still
the
trying
light
to
starts
lift
glowing
this.
brighter.
Hmm.
Then you can hear a
Okay.
clicking noise.
So now,
Uh-oh.
Are you
back
kidding
up.
me? This idiot necromancer just had to touch the goddamn thing and it was gonna open.
He did say that he was examining it through magical means, but he hasn't done a traditional hands-on approach.
He's
And by the way,
so dumb. He didn't even poke it with a stick. What a
Akaz,
fucking moron.
do you still have your spell active?
It lasts for 10 minutes.
You still detect no magic coming from it.
Okay.
But there's the conjuration symbols underneath it.
Yes.
Okay. What is it? What's it? Is it just making noises?
Also, Swalbo, you managed to shove it like to over here.
can I
Okay.
touch it again?
I wasn't trying to push
So
it.
you
Wait,
right here,
I
you
was
can
trying to
see
pick it up.
what the scorch marks is, but underneath directly the box, you see a symbol that's also scorched into the stone.
Oh shit.
Fucking symbols.
Going into campaign 1 to find more symbols. More fucking symbols!
Can I touch it again? I'd like to touch
Hold on.
it again to see if it's like a light switch.
You see this symbol.
Fuck, here we go again.
Sharingan!
It is a Sharingan. Good job, Weeb. You did your job. You found the Naruto reference.
I'm proud.
What the hell?
Is this symbol the thing that has conjuration magic on it?
It is, but you notice that the magic is very faint, kind of like as if it's been bleeding. Kind of say.
Wait.
Okay. I will use the stick and hold it near the box and then hold it near the symbol to see what's
Wait,
the remnant.
Wait. The Mage of Circles was all about conjuration magic and teleporting shit. This thing has scorch marks, like it got teleported here. Can I like roll an investigation and be like, yes, it was teleported?
Roll investigation. Also, by the way, Akaz, the glowing is coming from that mark, not from the box.
All right, everyone.
Shit.
This symbol. This is the remnant. This is the magic.
All right.
The box is just a box.
Also, Kami, did you say you wanted to touch the thing again?
I would love to touch it again, but I have deduced a solution. Is it still yellow?
Yes.
Try looking at Cammy.
So I make
Where-
direct eye
where
contact
was
with
the
Paxi.
symbol? Was this under the box?
Yes, the symbol was
Okay.
under the box.
On the floor?
Yes, on the ground. And this circle is the magical remnant.
Interesting. Paxi, question, friend. You know how we have these character colors breaking fourth wall here? You know the giant yellow thing above your head? You know how that's glowing yellow? I think we need to spill your blood, Paxi.
What the fuck?
I think you better back the fuck up, friend.
Okay, then.
You're not my friend, pal.
Just gonna take a walk.
Kami walked under the symbol. He's teleported into the future.
Hey,
You-
Kami, what kind of liquids are yellow?
Oh, the ones that come from the box.
God damn it.
Why did you start him?
Is yours shaped like a box?
So what do you do?
It is the
Okay.
cube.
I'm head out. You guys have fun.
Wait, is the box still clicking and whirring and doing shit?
It is humming, but you don't hear any more clicks. But it's still glowing like a bright yellow, the symbol.
Can I...
What if we push it again? Will
Wait,
another
you
symbol
said
be
that the
created?
remnant is this circle. Is the circle, like, burnt? You said it was burned into the ground? It's not something I can, like,
Yes.
pick up, right?
Nope, it's just it's for all you can tell, the symbol is just a very elaborately scorched piece of stone. That's
Okay.
part of the floor.
How about we just like scribe it down? Like it's probably some kind of spell.
So wait, what'd you do, Kami?
I walked over here to the corner to see what's on the
Oh.
back of the box.
You can see there's another symbol just like it. That's not
On the
glowing.
back? It's not glowing. Can I get my arm back there and touch that one too?
Yep.
Oh shit! Fucking.
When you touch it, it starts glowing yellow, and you can hear another click, and then the hum gets a little louder, and then the humming stops. And then you start hearing more sounds, like a whirring noise.
Is there more symbols that aren't glowing on the box if I
Swole
try
blow.
to
Maybe
walk
you should
around
try
it?
punching the box.
Okay.
You can hear noises, as movement. You can hear clicking, shifting. As you can see, this box starts opening. You can see the panels start slowly sliding down,
There it is.
and inside it is a smaller cube-like thing of metal.
God damn it! It's a box instead of a box.
Wait,
Fuck.
wait. Does this cube look like the thing that RU found before? Is this a gate to the damn labyrinth?
It's a box.
You don't
Dane,
know.
not
It's just like a
cube.
bunch of random pieces of metal that seems a little too elaborate. And also, by the way, Akez, yes, there is still no magic.
It's not dashing.
Huh.
Mm.
Okay.
Is
All
the
right.
box pick upable?
It is
We couldn't get out of
the
this cage.
size
with
of a
what?
full-grown person,
Could we get it out of the
In
passage?
height?
Do you think?
and it's basically 6. It's about actually half the size of this box. It's 6 feet tall, 6 feet wide.
Swole blow.
So-
Try to pick up the box.
Gentlemen, I have a question.
Would it
We
fit?
are
out
picking
the,
it up again?
Would it fit the hole we came in? Or the hole was pretty small, huh?
The question that I have is, what if we were to take this container? You know where that bridge used to be, where they said it just led deeper into the cave? What if we just pushed the whole thing off the cliff?
Yeah,
Just
let's
like
get it out of
ground
here
it?
first.
I don't even think it'll fit out the hole. The box is pretty big.
Yeah, it's not gonna fit through here.
You hear another noise coming this time now, but not from the box itself, but the cube. You can hear a humming noise, a loud, high-pitched hum. They can see a small red light turns on. On the side of the cube.
Just give it a moment. It's booting up. It takes. a
And then
second.
you can
It
see,
doesn't-
you hear, this thing starts moving, like it vibrates from it. Then you notice it starts unfolding.
Oh god damn it.
Pieces of metal start sliding out, shifting, taking shape. And this thing like from the bottom of it, two long like legs slam into the ground, and then the thing starts standing up, now up to about 12 feet tall. You can see it looks about humanoid in shape as these arms start folding out. It has 6 arms, each ending in a
meant
long
to get it
blade.
an NVMe drive so it'd boot up faster, but you know.
And then you can
chip
see a
shortage.
long, thin, serrated tail slide out from behind it. And then you have
To fight a goddammit. That's what it is. It's called. It's a
We're
goddamn.
fighting a fucking.
you have this standing in front of you.
We're not fighting anything
Why the
yet.
hell we?
We're not fighting
Why
anything
the
yet.
hell-
And also in campaign
Okay, you're
1,
right.
this is
Why the
what you
hell we-
guys are standing before you.
Why the hell are we dealing with a goddamn Decepticon?
It's friend? Friend?
Ooh,
It's got many hugging knife hands.
Yeah.
ooh, this
yeah.
looks like fun.
Pokey.
So
pokey
then this
friend.
thing, you can see that its head twitches for a moment, and then a voice comes from it.
Friend?
You're gold. Oh. It takes a step to the side, and then its single red eye glows bright, and then a beam comes out, and it just washes over the entire.
Bisects Swolbo in half.
When this
Well,
beam
go
washes
for
over
it.
you guys, you notice a weird grid-like structure of light forms on each of your faces, and then it
Fucking
stops for a
robot.
moment.
The fucking scanning. It's scanning us. God damn it, Dylan. What the fuck?
And then after it stops,
We want to
the
say from
light,
CCP.
a single eye blinks a few times, then it once again speaks in that weird voice. And then it just starts
that wasn't
approaching you
common, was
guys.
it?
No, you don't know what the fuck it's saying. And this thing starts approaching you guys, like
Wait.
takes this one slow step.
Does anybody understand what the hell this thing just said?
No.
Like, do we have to
No.
do like a language check?
I mean,
You're
So
trying
just
to-
so you know, it's approaching Paxian Colony.
Uh-huh.
1001.
Yeah, it's gonna keep approaching. It's gonna basically
That's right.
brush past you
So
guys
it just shoulder checks us out of the way.
and approaches
No,
here.
it's 12 feet tall.
Then you can
It
see that
checks
red
you.
lights start scanning the stone wall. Then it takes its 6 arms. They start glowing red hot. Then
Backing
it starts
away.
slicing through the stone. And those knives cut through the stone really, really, really easily. And
Alright,
it just
well, now I'm
keeps on
scared.
going.
Okay, everyone.
let's
I think we need
follow
to
it.
sort of.
I'm gonna,
I think
I'm
we
gonna
have a-
whisper to Morning real fast. We can do that, right? We're that cool?
And one just like, I have no idea. Is that a golem? I think that's a golem. That looks like a golem, but it looks a little weird.
Don't let that box get away.
That's,
Follow
have
the
ma-
box. Which
Follow,
guys,
follow
what
the
the fuck
fish
is
smell.
that? Dude, let's follow it, I guess. Fuck.
Let's let it carry it out of the cart to the cart, though.
Sure, we'll just follow it.
Did we just leash like second?
No, we unleashed Mechagodzilla. It's fine.
Exactly. Like, it's a fucking Decepticon. We're gonna have to deal with this at some point.
how fast is it moving? Would you say?
Could I like?
Are we
Pretty
gonna get
slow.
to fight something at some point, guys?
I mean,
You know, if
you
you
are
want to
fully within
fight
your power
Bladed
to hit the
Jesus, you can
Decepticon.
go ahead and take a swing.
Punch the box anytime you want.
Considering it.
It
Swing.
knows how to get out, and I'm scared.
And it starts. Then it stops here. Turns towards this
Ah,
direction.
Stairs.
starts
it's,
cut-
its enemy.
It starts cutting into the wall, and it just steps through.
The door
Well,
was
I'm following
3
it.
feet away. It couldn't take
Yeah.
a few more steps. Sure, let's go.
Yeah, I want to leave.
Okay, everyone, what the fuck? Fuck is that?
I don't know, I want to walk outside with it.
Yeah, it's taller than Aka's.
It's bigger than me. That's bad. It's not made of magic, which is worse. It's nightmares. It's made of nightmares. It's made entirely out of knives and terror.
Yeah, Swobo, what do you do when you're dealt with nightmares?
He punches him.
I want to walk outside.
So you guys are gonna follow it outside.
Yeah, we're all following.
Yes.
We're all going into the wall.
He has to move the robot token into the outside map. I know this pain.
I'm gonna go out the way we came in. Not gonna go out the hole.
That's fair.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna go
I
out
would
the
fit.
hole.
This
I
thing's
wanna
gonna
follow that
beam up
box.
to the mothership, and no one's gonna believe us.
That would be
no,
good.
it's
It would be
like
great if
part and
nothing comes of
Alright.
this.
Oh yeah, my horse
Wait,
isn't
are all
there
the
anymore.
bandits
Say goodbye.
gone?
Doctor.
Horse, no.
Wait,
get
this thing
stuck.
steps out through the wall
I got rid of the
very
bandits.
noisily.
Are
Then
all
it
the bandits
stops.
gone?
Yeah,
I got rid of
Yes.
them.
we told
They
them
went
to
to
go...
go-
get a drink.
Yeah.
Oh, right. God damn it.
You hear then a voice.
Oh, I don't care
out,
about walking out of the
Hey,
wall.
what's
anymore.
going on? What's going on?
I
You
literally
can
just wanted
see-
to walk out here to shout and tell the bandits to stop it from leaving and then go back inside.
He just goes. You can see this guy comes out of his hand and goes, "Wait, huh? Where the hell is everyone? Oh, did I
Oh,
do
he
I
is
oversleep
different.
Oh,
again?"
good. Someone to feed to the cube.
He's just like,
It's a mobile
"Oh,
crusher.
holy shit! You don't never saw me." And he runs back into the tent.
Wait, he doesn't get scanned?
Oh, this thing is currently looking up at the sky.
Told you.
Can I try to jam Fizzy in its eyeball?
It's
See if I can merge
16
Go
feet tall.
ahead. I go back inside.
I would really like to try to like merge Fizzy with this thing. See
So
if I
you
can
try to
get-
jam Fizzy into its eye.
I'm gonna approach it with Fizzy slowly as it's looking up, and then I'm going to try to put my magically imbued item that I am bonded with inside this thing.
You are going to get atomized.
Fucking RoboCop over here, and this motherfucker's trying to merge a soda stream into it.
So you, I mean,
It's
why are you
called
trying to
science.
why are you trying to jam it up though?
Is there any like pelvic orifices that look like critical assets?
Look at the fucking image. There's nothing really to. It's big. It's
I
slender.
think
There's not
he-
really any space.
I think he wants to ask about the other side of it, though.
No.
Either way, I mean, is there something that like stands out that I recognize from? Okay, obviously this thing is like mechanized in some capacity, right? So given my
Yes.
familiarity with magically imbued objects and relics, right, I would assume that I'd be able to deduce in some capacity what would be considered more important than another.
Well, obviously you have the head seems to be the most important part, or at least seems to have the glowy light.
All right, healer gnome, kick the baby, let's go. Hold on to Fizzy. Need you
It's
to
an
do me a
awful
favor.
idea.
All right. I don't have his consent then. I'm okay. Well, I mean, I could just try to
That was
jam
an
it
awful
into his
idea. Does
leg,
that mean
damn
it's
it.
a? Does that mean he doesn't
This is
consent?
D&D.
No,
D&D's full
that
of
does
awful
not
ideas.
mean-
Let's do it.
That does not mean I don't consent. That just means
Exactly.
it's an awful idea.
Do you consent?
I'm never above rolling a new character.
You know what? That's a good mentality to walk into a situation with. Maybe when Healer Gnome dies, he'll become a zombie.
Just make sure that new character is capable of bringing me back to life.
What are you doing?
Well, I would like to use as many of my charges of magical tinkering as I can to try to imbue some sort of like radio frequency or something into this thing. I guess. Know where it is. Or something. I don't know. I'm trying to do whatever I can to like make sure I don't lose track of this thing because I am
You're
infatuated.
enamored. There you go.
I know. I wish I had sending ready.
So,
Well,
what are you guys doing?
so Taxi, I think we got two ideas here. We can stop this thing, or we can let this thing go.
Right now, it's just
Yeah.
staring at the sky, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but do you
Put a
want to?
mirror in front of it?
I mean, I think Swobo's itching for a fight.
I mean,
Not with this thing.
yeah, sure. with
Well,
this
that's
Hey, there.
we should take our
Hey,
cues.
Swolbo,
from
there was
Swobo.
a sleeping bandit dude over there. You can go fight him if you want.
Make a good point.
How very paladin of you.
So
I'm saying it's out of character.
Oh,
this thing is just staring up at the sky still, right? Not doing anything.
yep. And you can. Well, you do notice that this red single eye is blinking.
It's blinking.
Yes.
It's fucking
Like flashing on and off.
Can I? Okay. Oh, fuck this. I'm gonna grab. Can I just like take a blanket or something, or maybe the tent canvas out of this thing? And I
Yep.
want to climb up onto these boxes and just throw a sheet over its head and see what it does.
You throw the sheet over its head,
It attacks
and
you 12 times.
it doesn't react.
So it's now sitting there staring at the sky, blinking with a sheet
With
on its head.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't want to
Okay.
fight it, and I don't know where it's going.
All right. Man, I want to see what this thing's capabilities are, but I don't want it to be pissed off at me.
Can anyone cast an illusion spell to make it fight?
No,
like
I've got a great idea. Hey, Wonton.
Okay, where are my zombies at?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Fight the thing. Are we gonna fight it?
No, wait,
And I'm going to use.
wait. Get,
Waiting.
let's see if we can throw a zombie pig at it. Maybe it won't get pissed off at us afterwards. Healer Gnome, are you willing to sacrifice a skeleton or a zombie to see what this thing does when it's pissed off?
That's what they're there for.
Alright. I'm gonna back away a bit. we need a zombie and skeleton pig, though.
Oh, yes. Let me go back to the cave real quick.
Yeah, you know, if all I was worried about was this thing killing me, I wouldn't mind, but looks like it's ready to chop something into pieces. I can't come back from that one.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how well it chops things into pieces. If it's like
Well,
it hits
You
for
saw what
6
happened to the
damage.
stone wall.
It chops a stone wall into pieces.
It didn't chop its way through a stone wall. It expertly mined its way through a stone wall.
D&D. How much HP does a stone wall have? Okay,
I was going to
Beyond.
say,
How
it
many
just
hit points is in a
5d10
stone?
HP, and it went through it like butter.
I've got
There's an
5d10
actual answer to that
HP.
question?
Why did they give a stone wall fucking HP? I meant that as a joke, but
Yeah,
there's
like,
an
I was like,
actual
what?
stat block.
No,
It's-
there
So you
there
can
are
blow it up with a spell.
yeah, there
Also,
are spells
why
that do
is it
more
so
damage. to-
low?
Alright, so I will send my zombie pig up
5d10 HP is
Two.
nothing.
to try and get its attention. It will tug on
Okay,
one of its
but that's
arms.
with one swing.
like its tail.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
You're tugging its tail, and it doesn't react.
Fuck it. Hit him.
It looks back at me and gives me like the shrugging shoulders.
Hit him with something.
He will just punch him, I guess.
Punch. The pig will punch.
With its face.
Alright, so roll an attack.
Let's see here. +3 to hit. 21.
You hit.
I hope so.
Roll damage.
Yeah, if that missed, we're out of here.
1d6 plus 1. 4 points
Would
of
it even
damage.
be surprising if it had missed?
So, the pig tugged on its tail. It didn't do anything. So, at this point, the pig decides to strike the tail, leaves a small dent in it. And then the machine jerks for a moment. Then you can see his whole body starts spinning a few times, and then it stops.
Can't hit what you can't see. You got a blanket on your head.
Then you can see with its knives, they glow red hot, and it stabs into the blanket, and the thing catches fire.
Cool. Understandable.
And then when the blanket falls into burning pieces, it starts scanning its surroundings. And the red beam shoots out again. And it washes all over you guys.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
fuck.
And then
We
it
made a
stops and
mistake.
looks down at the pig.
We should have hid.
It's going to attack the pig.
Oh, good.
Everything will be fine.
You
It
see it do
probably
the
won't-
anime thing, just the sword goes shink, and then the pig just falls into bacon strips.
The pig's armor class is pretty good, so.
Is
Oh,
it
what's his
better than
AC?
that of a stone wall?
Well, it's an 8.
It's not too far below average. That's pretty good.
Alright, so the pig is going to take
Enough
4 slashing and 8 fire damage. So 10 damage
That's
total.
it?
No, that's 12 damage.
Dylan, 4 plus 8 is 12.
Oh, I rolled. It's 4 slashing, 8 fire, aka 12 damage.
That's a lot less than I expected.
I was expecting it to die instantly.
Yeah. When he
Like,
was like
get-
figuring out, I thought he was adding up like 8 different numbers or something.
And it's going to take an additional 14 damage total.
From
So, question:
There it is.
Could we?
wait, what?
Is
He
there
just
anything
he just basically
explosive around here.
in a blink of an eye, it just cuts the pig twice,
Twice.
and is the pig
He
still
has
standing?
6 slicey arms.
Yeah, but
So,
he can only
Realizes.
use 2 at a time.
How do you know?
if I am reading this right, I need to make a. You said he took an additional 14,
Yes.
so I have to make a DC of 19.
Because Paxi is holding the D&D rulebook and can do CR calculations.
Exactly. You're,
Okay,
you're a
so
warlock,
let's
right?
see.
Your patron is the player's handbook.
Okay,
My
so
no,
patron
is
is the DM.
So what about your pig?
No, his patron
Is that-
is Matt Mercer, and his he's packed to the tome, which is the PHP.
So
That
wait, so
works, actually.
what about the pig?
he's dead, because he has to make a DC of 5 plus the damage taken.
Oh, so he gets cut in 2, and now he's smoking.
Peter Parker! No!
No, so he stops and just starts walking
Walking where?
out.
Down. Oh. Guys, do you think it's a wise idea that we're letting a weapon, potentially sentient weapon, leave?
Is it following the path?
Yeah.
I'm just
uh-huh,
gonna, like,
Okay, well,
Jump and grab
if,
onto its
if
tail.
you have a problem with this, you go and stop it.
Yeah, sure, I
It's
will.
going to step
Okay.
onto the cart and crack it.
Nope, nope. Okay, you know what? I'm using a fucking one of the slots. My shield.
I can agree with
Shit.
Fullable more. We need to
It has to
hang
make
out.
it. It has to
Then,
make a charisma save. I liked that fucking cart. I paid good
Yeah,
money for
we
it.
paid for that cart.
I
He
mean,
has to make a
I
charisma
paid-
save.
yeah. Charisma
Uh,
save of I believe it's 17. Wait, let me see. Yeah, 17.
It succeeds. It stops, and its body whirls towards your direction.
Oh god. Your radiation levels increase.
Excuse me.
Yes. And it starts approaching.
Radiation
Source
levels.
unknown.
But we don't know what radiation is, so nobody should be running right now.
Yeah, what is-
Following protocol.
I know
it's going
radiant
this
damage.
direction. It's going this direction. I want to be behind the fighter.
Hey,
Wait a minute, wait a
no,
minute.
I understand.
Real quick.
I do
Aegis,
radiant
did your
damage.
when she used Wonton, did Aegis' stick light up in that instant?
Yes.
Yes.
And is his stick glowing any more now that the effect has not taken effect?
It immediately went out after the spell stopped.
I didn't even think to ask that. Good job, Paxi. High five.
So, and then he turned around and said radiation levels increasing, source unknown, and starts walking towards Athenia.
Yes.
So he sensed a remnant.
I love how basically having a remnant means we're going to get radiation poisoning eventually.
How many tachyons are in the air?
There's probably a lot. Okay.
I'd like to
Um,
attack its flux capacitor.
Like the donkey punching his.
Connection unable to establish.
What?
Awaiting protocol.
Okay.
Unable to establish.
Connection unable to
Wait.
establish?
Athenia, try and use it again.
I think that's a bad idea. We're going to go for it again. Charisma save 17.
How many charges do you have?
I get like what, 2, don't I? Let me see. Da-da-dum. Wanton violence. Where is it? God damn, this is hard to find. There's so much to read.
Read like at the ability.
Can I start rigging this cart
This
to
is
explode?
expending 1 charge. Oh, it gets 2 charges.
Okay, so you cast it again.
Yes. This
It
is probably
succeeds.
very good. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
shit.
and once its
Why is
head
this thing so
locks onto
charismatic?
you, Akaz, do you how long? Actually, I think that's still more than 10 minutes at this point.
Yeah,
You can see what's going. You can see the magic from Wonton like wash out in a wave, and it pretty much when it touches this guy, it seems to wrap around him and then disperse, like it's not even affecting him.
I would relate to Athenia. Whatever it is, you can't affect it. It itself is not magical, and I think it's immune to magic.
Oh, that would have been good to know.
I have a way to test if it's immune to magic.
Sure.
Sarah, do you happen to speak common? I say up to the big evil danger robot.
And its head just snaps to you. And once again, you see that red beam of light shoot out and wash over you.
Oh, ye.
Who I
Oh, no match.
What are you trying to match?
Do we have different voice settings for him? Can we try French, Spanish, Swedish?
And
Yeah, I'm good with the good old celestial. Let's go with that.
then you can see that little red beam shoot out again, but this time wash over the shield.
Ruh-roh.
Source of radiation identified.
Yep, there it is.
Undergoing retrieval protocol.
You can
Nope.
see that
Excuse
long
me?
tail opens up to reveal a pincer, and it shoots out towards Wonton's shield to grab it. And now is currently holding onto the shield with you attached, Athenia, and it starts pulling back violently.
I
Nothing ventured,
can't-
nothing
I
gained.
don't-
Fucking attack.
I cast Call Lightning.
Uh-oh.
Call lightning, and you're
Fuck
going
it.
to target it.
No, I'm
Yes!
standing back then.
So, what save does it have to
You-
make?
Okay? Let me check what the DC is. It has to make the DC is 15. It is a dexterity saving throw. So I choose a point. Creatures within 5 feet of that point have to make a DC saving throw.
It fails.
It takes this much lightning damage.
Well, that's sad.
Hey, the
That
wife's
is very
calling. I'll be
sad.
right back.
Okay. As Akis waves his arms in the sky and like this swirling nebula full of stars, and a fucking lightning bolt hits the robot, just dead in its stupid robot face.
And what do you do it? The thing jolts. It releases her shield, and it takes a step back, and its head looks definitely scorched.
I'll nudge Swobo and be like, look at these fucking idiots.
And then its head looks at you, Akaz.
I use my bonus action to become invisible. I can do that. That's what I can do.
I think you can see you anyways.
I'm doing it anyway.
Fuck you. That's why.
As a Firbolg, I can turn invisible.
That's just wild to me.
So you turn invisible. This thing once again brings out that red light and scans towards where Akaz is. You can see it watches over his form. You can see the air
Start getting
distorts when the light
closer,
hits
so I
it.
see things that are actually happening.
And this guy scans where Akaz is, and when he's invisible, then he stops.
Article 4821. Cloaking technology is not permitted when a license is not obtained.
Boy, you got a license for that, mate.
You are not within my database. Do not resist.
And you can see all 6 blades start lighting up.
Stop resisting.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, shit.
Stop resisting.
I'm going last again, I feel like.
Nope. Me.
Oh, I thought I was the 9.
We get to hit things now, Swolbo. Yay!
Yeah. As soon as
Your
I saw
favorite.
something was starting to happen, I started getting closer, just in case.
Let me quickly mark off a 3rd level spell slot.
Alright, so left to right. Paxi,
9.
of course. Athenia.
Athenia.
11, you said. You're not
Alright, let's see. Kami.
Didn't he say need to be right back?
Yeah. 0.
Alright, in that case, healer.
He is dead.
Healer.
Oh, 21.
Oh, 21? Gotcha.
Oh, damn.
Alright, Swalbo.
14.
Alright, are you?
14.
Akaz.
21.
Oh, we got 2 21s.
Yes. Mine is a +2 for the purposes of determining ties.
Hey, healer,
Alright,
you might want to activate the rings.
Alright, so Kami, just let me know what your initiative is.
He can't hear us, I'm assuming, because he's on the phone.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's muted and deafened. While we have a moment to breathe, let us ponder if it was a good or a bad idea to strike the deadly robot with lightning. I think it was a good idea.
I mean, I tried to piss it off twice, and then
So, let
I'm
me
already
go.
on board.
While we're waiting, so this thing was incredibly easy to activate. It detects and retrieves remnants for reasons unknown.
Something called Radiaton.
And
Oh, I know that. I do radiant damage. I understand.
Kelvin didn't want us to tell anybody about it.
Kelvin's evil.
I say.
Kelvin is also a robot from the future or another dimension.
No, robot from the past.
And and Athenia will do everything in her power to prevent us from telling anybody about it that she knows of.
Hey, Paxi, just go away from her. Just don't stand near her when you tell people.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Good, we're on the same
I
page.
can hear you.
No, you can't. No, you cannot. That is something that you can't do.
17. Alright, top of the initial order is gonna be Akaz or healer, whoever you has the higher dex.
Healer, no. What's your dexterity?
You got a 22.
What?
No one got a 22.
Oh, okay. My dexterity is +3.
He goes first.
All right. Well, let's see here. I can go to. Where's that damn? Right there. And then I will cast Bless on Swolbo, Athenia, and Paxi at level 1. My pig will, as my bonus action, move behind cover. Skeleton pig.
The remainder.
And he will make an attack with his bow.
His pig bow.
His pig bow. That's exactly right. So let's see here. Come on, open up. That is a 13 to hit.
It harmlessly bounces off its metal body.
Yep, and I am done. So, Paxi, Swolbo, Athena, you're blessed.
Yay. It only lasts for one action, right?
1 minute.
Oh, so I can just use it every time for the
Yeah.
full
Yes.
duration of a minute?
But yeah,
Yes.
bless you, add a d4 to attack rolls and saving spells.
Nice.
Alright. If that's your turn to healer, Akaz is next.
Okay. I strike it with lightning again. Another dex save.
It fails.
Bam! 16.
There's some damage.
Isn't it 3d10?
No, it's 3D. It's 3D8. Wait, is
I
it
saw when you
3D10?
clicked it earlier, it's 3d10.
I think
Oh,
only
it
the
is.
initial cast.
No, it's no.
Hopefully-
I'm just dumb. It's 3D10.
Oh,
Not
So
gonna reroll
reroll.
though. That's
Okay, so
God damn it.
Unless you want.
roll
Do you want to
better.
reroll?
Hopefully it's
Roll
better.
lower.
Hopefully it's better.
It's a lot better.
Holy shit!
It's a lot better. Spoiler alert!
Boom.
It's better.
makes up for the last one.
When you stop this thing spazzes once more. Its eye flickers, then it just stops.
Source of radiation identified. Target threat. Initiating hunter-killer protocol.
Okay.
Is that your
So
turn?
here's, not yet. I'm going to use a really cool spell called Wild Shape, and I'm going to enter the dragon starry form, and then I'm going to go over here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Hey, look, it shields. 25, 30. Look at all these people between it and me now. Isn't that good?
When you're moving, its head is completely focused on you.
Well, I'm behind half cover now, so I'm fine.
Is that your turn?
New characters
Yeah.
are fun. It's okay.
Something tells me you should have let it straight through Athenian Swilbo. It's gonna plow through that wall.
Is that your turn, Akaz?
Yes.
Alright, its turn.
Yep. Bye.
5, 10, 15. It's just going to step right over her. Well, 20.
Sentinel.
25.
Sentinel.
50. No, not 20. 30.
I don't have sentinel feet.
Whatever. Hit it.
And also,
No, this is 30.
Use your
wait, do
reaction.
I get an attack of opportunity?
35.
Yes,
I get
it left
attack of
your threatened
opportunity?
space. It left your threatened space. Hit
It
it.
doesn't mean I only get an attack of opportunity. I know Dylan's home.
You
Can I
do.
get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you do.
Sweet. That's all I need to know. Dun, 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 dun,
That's a hit.
and ooh. Okay, I'm going to divine smite at first level. So that's going to be 18. It's going to be 6 slashing and 12 radiant.
So you notice that their weapon doesn't seem to be quite as strong hitting, but the radiant definitely does full.
Resistant to non-magical damage.
So how much radiant?
12 radiant.
No.
All right.
You know what, Athena? You could have Cammy fix that for you.
All right. This thing's going to stop, and its tail is going to shoot out at you.
Makes sense.
Is that a reactionary attack?
No, it seems to be part a regular attack. It's going to hit you. Make a dexterity save.
Who, me?
Yes, and you will take
Okay, even though I have a 21 AC and I could probably bonus that. Oh, wait, no, that's a
it
bonus. That's not
more
an
than
action.
enough hit you.
Okay. Alright. Makes sense. Dex save. Natural
Oh.
1.
So you take 11 bludgeoning damage. And this tail basically grabs your foot and yanks and basically sends you on your ass. You're prone.
Makes
And
sense.
it's going to continue up to Akaz.
So,
I don't like this.
so he moved out of my range as well. May I also have an attack of opportunity?
You may.
Because I have a 10-foot pole.
You may.
That is
And
a
sure-
useful power.
and-
Why
and-
is there an orange?
And my weapon is magical.
It is, isn't it?
But
nice,
a
Matt.
13 to hit probably doesn't hit.
It just clinks off of its armor.
No maximum damage. No.
Well,
See, you don't like this, but I'm flanking it, so I do.
So when it gets up to Akaz, it stops. You can hear it once again speak.
Multiple hostiles detecting.
Ruh-roh.
Initiating protocol. All targets within radius deemed as hostile. Appropriate measures will be taken.
Rocket pods.
Yep, no.
So
Yep, blazing pinions. Here we
it's
go.
going to slash at you twice, Akaz.
No, it doesn't.
Because I don't
No, it
want
does,
it
no.
to.
Yeah, no. I say no. I say no, it does not work.
I'm assuming a
This is
22 hits.
Maybe.
How about
For
19?
That, maybe.
All right.
Just.
So for the first hit, you're going to take 4 slashing and
Okay.
10 fire damage.
Alright. We're gonna have to do this in steps. So I take 14 damage,
Yes.
and then I need to make a concentration check with advantage. I succeed.
All right. Now, additionally, you're going to take. Let's see. Well, you're just going to take the full
wait.
damage because you have no resistances.
Yep.
You're going to take 14 damage total this time.
Ow.
Would a 15 have hit?
No.
Forget you were blessed.
Yeah, I forgot my bless. That's my fault.
It would not.
Yeah, I didn't figure.
All right. Those are the 2 hits. The other 2
succeed
knives are not
again.
going to attack Swolbo.
Darn. I haven't reached yet.
Alright, the first hit is definitely going to miss. I don't care how low your AC is. The second one is a 24, so I think that's a hit.
Yeah.
So you're going to take 9 slashing and 9 fire damage. And that's its turn. Next on the initiative order is Kami.
Is Ron still on the phone?
Something with acid. And something with fizzy. And maybe making it a bomb would be my guess.
Activate its self-destruct core.
He would try and pour fizzy into the circuitry of the robot, is what I feel like
Yeah.
he would do.
It's a good assumption.
Oh, he rolls necromancy stuff. Constitution DC 14. Ray of Sickness.
Does 16 hit?
No, it's a
No, it says it's a hit.
It
Oh.
does not.
sweet.
Make it a save.
He's typing.
Let's see.
Wait, is Ray of Sickness a spell attack?
It is.
Oh, it must be.
He said sweet. That's it.
Ray of Sickness is a spell attack, yes.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, next up would be Swolbo.
Okay. I'm putting a little piece of this over your door. Yes.
You hear that, Seth?
Who did you say was? Okay, sorry.
You're up.
All right. I'm gonna shout at Healer Gnome. You should get these rings ready, and I like hold up that ring he gave me. I think we're gonna need him.
I
And
will
then
nod back.
And then I swing a battle axe at it. Recklessly. Oh, am I getting advantage from flanking on this thing?
Yes, you are.
Nice.
I think a 26 hits.
I think the 26 will hit.
Yes, it will.
Okay, so that's 10, that's 12. Alright, that's 18 damage.
So half the regular damage, so it'll be 6 plus 6, or 12.
Alright.
You notice that your weapon itself does not really doing that much to it, however, the radiant damage does help.
Alright then. Well, I swing again. Because I don't have much choice. Wow.
That's unfortunate.
I'm
Hey,
assuming
6
16 doesn't hit?
No, it doesn't.
That is unfortunate.
Did you roll a d4?
Oh, good point. It's a 17 hit.
No, it doesn't.
I'm glad we had this conversation.
No, you roll a d6. I can do that. Have a d6. Roll that too.
Okay. I can't wait for it to be another one. There we go. Does a 21 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
That's just all the buffs happen.
I don't know what that was from, but
Reasons. Don't worry about it.
okay. 13 damage.
So 7. Alright, this thing is starting to look pretty damaged as you're cutting into its metal. So, is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright, are you?
Let's see. There's all in the group. 2, 3, 4. Where the hell is it? 5, 6, 7. And the gate is open, right?
Yep, wide open.
Yep.
Where's the robot facing right now? Is it facing Akaz?
It's facing Akaz.
Okay. I don't have any range for this. Let's see. Oh, I can dash. No, I don't want to dash. I'll get hit. I think I'll be fine from here. I'll continue observing the fight from here. See how it plays out.
I appreciate it.
I don't really
Alright.
have any ranged assets. I'm sorry.
So is that your turn, are you?
Oh wait, I have breath. Hold on.
You will hit Swolbo. Unless it's a line, then you'll hit me.
No, it's just a line. One. Oh yeah, but it'll be hitting you.
And I will die.
Hey, Aryu, could you sidestep just a little bit then?
I can't. I used up all my movement.
Use your bonus action to sidestep a little more.
Oh, that could technically hit, I think.
Well, this
Do
would
it.
technically be okay.
Do it.
Yeah, I think that works.
Toss your head to one
So
side.
what save does the other make?
It is. Dex, and then it's half damage on its success.
Alright, what's the DC save?
12.
It succeeds.
Of course it does, but it takes a good old 6 lightning damage, and I know it don't like lightning.
And it starts spazzing out again.
Good, that's good.
Is that your turn?
Oh yeah, that's it for me.
This thing is starting to smoke.
Cool.
Alright, Athenia,
don't-
you're
There's
next.
water on it. Oh, that's what I should have done. Oh well.
Can I walk through Aryu?
Walk right through.
You could, but just so you know, you are prone.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, you
I get
can.
up.
You can move. You can
5,
move through
10,
his space.
15. I'm assuming that is advantage.
Not necessarily because there's no one right here.
What?
Well, you know, sure, I guess, yeah, it is.
No, there is. I'm kidding.
If he's any bigger though, then it wouldn't be. But in this case, it is. That's a hit. That's a miss.
Oh. First level Divine Smite. Well, wait. Let's see.
Use 5th level
Yeah.
Divine Sight.
Yeah, I will do that in that case. So 3.
Just fucking annihilate its entire day.
Well, shit. 5
That isn't-
slashing, 6 radiant.
Yeah,
That is well below average.
is this after having the slashing?
Oh, that's right. I'm having it. 3 slashing and 6 radiant then.
Alright.
That's a first hit.
I give you.
19?
Oh, I already used my reaction. Never mind.
Oh, wait. Slash roll 1.
Bless.
Roll the d4. Yeah.
22.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Another first level divine. You know what? I will cast another first level divine
Third
smite.
level.
I don't have third level spells.
7th level.
What the hell is this bullshit? Alright, 5 slashing, 4 radiant.
After
Wow,
having the slashing.
Yes. And
Alright.
that's my turn.
You just hear wanting to go, yay, violence, hell yeah! Anyways, Paxi.
How far can I get? How far can I move? 30? Uh-oh. That might not
30
be
feet,
enough.
Throw it.
Can
Throw
I
the spear.
can I
Throw it.
can I try and climb up the wall without impaling myself on the wall?
Make an acrobatics check.
Sure.
It's a maybe, depending on the check.
Yeah, you can
Roll.
scale it. You managed not to get yourself impaled by the sharp wood at the top.
15. Okay.
You get to the top. You get
I
over it.
will transform Morning into a heavy crossbow and fire 2 shots.
Wait, you can transform?
That's illegal.
Yeah.
You just
Loading
hear
property.
Morning say, "Man,
That was a
we're
one.
really in this deep."
I'm like aiming, like I'm not good with this.
Loading property.
12 does not hit.
15, but still.
It does not hit still. It bounces
Oh
off.
wait, at advantage? Because my friends are all over this thing? Question
No,
mark?
there's no. Fuck, sure.
What about now?
No. It is not.
16, damn it.
Nope.
You improved
Okay.
it by
Bounces
one.
off its body.
Follow-up attack.
Ooh.
26, there we go.
Yeah.
26 hits.
13 piercing damage.
And
Oh,
it's.
shit! I didn't curse it first. Can I retroactively say I cursed it first?
He didn't take his finger off.
So what happens when it's cursed?
Well,
Your-
number
your
one,
first
that
action?
19 would be a natural 20.
Oh, fuck. Fine.
and
Is
two,
your
it
curse
takes.
an action though, Dane?
Huh? It's a bonus
Is your-
action.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Hexblades are good. Hexblades are very good.
So, how much damage total would it be?
so
26 piercing, and Morning's a magical weapon.
So 26 double. Oh, double. That would be. Are we doubling all damage or just dice?
All damage.
Okay, so it'd be 26 plus 3, so that's 29 times 2. Oh, good lord.
What?
Oh, no, 13 plus the Hexblade damage.
Oh, I'm looking at the. Whoops. Okay, 26, 13, 16, 32 points of damage.
Okay.
I think
So
that
you
counts as
shoot a
headshot.
bolt that punches straight through that metal armor. And you can see sparks of electricity like appearing in that hole. And this thing is really looking much more damaged than it was, which is saying something because it was pristine.
I'm gonna
So is that your
hold
turn?
back onto the railing from the kickback. I'm like, okay, maybe we are good ranged.
You just hear Morning say, "Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you, big guy." So, is that the end of your turn, Paxi?
Yes.
Alright. Healer Gnome.
My turn?
No, not yet. Top of the
fuck.
initiative order. He's gonna. You see the robot. These bodies are spasming a little bit. You can see its single eye flickering. And then it
Okay.
speaks again.
Warning. Unit is severely damaged. Initiating Class 3 objective. Preserve unit at all costs.
Don't like that.
Alright, healer.
Alright. I will use my movement to run past the robot and past Swolbo. If I can.
How do you run past?
Through the
I
legs.
don't know. No, I'm just trying not to, well, you know, if he hits me, he hits me, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Actually, he doesn't hit you.
And as I pass Swobo, I will touch rings with him, much like Captain Planet, and I will cast Warding Bond on him. So Swobo is warding bonded. And then my pig will fire another shot. Actually, my pig's going to back up as much as it can. 5, 10, what do skeletons run? 15, 20. I think skeletons are maybe 25. And he will fire.
The best cover in the world, a tent.
Yeah, sorry. Let me get my dice out. 14 doesn't hit, I'm sure.
Nope, it does not.
Okay, well, he's done.
Akaz.
Okay. Make another dex save.
What are these low rolls? He fails.
Boom! Another 12.
And once again, this guy starts sparking.
You see, here's a fun thing, Dungeon Master. I did not cast a spell this turn. I simply used an action granted to me by a spell. Because of this, I can cast another spell. As such, I will use my bonus action to Misty Step away.
So that's your trap card.
My advantage.
And then I'm gonna keep running. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That is my turn.
Damn you, flanking partner.
Look, man. Look, okay. I have 11 hit points.
But you're the source
It
of
will-
radiation. You're gonna give us all tumors.
Alright, is that your turn?
Yes, see, what's this gonna do now is it's gonna keep chasing me, maybe, and then it's gonna incur like 7 opportunity attacks.
His turn.
Dean hears
The
this
robot.
comedic buff teammate of his shout, "It's not a tumor."
Alright, it's going to step over here. It takes 2 opportunity attacks.
Sweet.
Wait, where the hell is it going? Oh, it's trying to leave.
Preserve unit at all
19,
costs.
19 misses.
No. I hit.
It hits. Also, you hit as well, Swalbo.
Alright. It takes 5 damage from me.
9 damage from me.
And that's after having it.
Wait, what?
He is resistant to non-magical weapons.
No, it's 5 after having it from me.
Oh. So, 5 and 5, so 10. Anyways, going to continue. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. It is going to leap over here.
That's not what I expected.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's going to dash. 55, 60. And it disappears into the forest.
I didn't expect it to do that.
Coward!
You see,
that's
if I
gone.
waited until my turn, it would have been stuck.
Am I on the wall? Can I still see him with 100 feet of range on the crossbow?
There's trees.
It would. How far is your range?
100 feet to 400 feet, disadvantaged.
Alright. It would be pretty far out. It basically moved. It would be about 80-ish feet away from you at that point.
That is within not disadvantage
Yeah,
range.
so since you're the only one who can see it, you can shoot.
Cool. Regular shot. Hiya!
Kill the Iron Giant.
14, hold on.
Wait a minute.
The 19 misses, so.
17 misses.
Roll a d6.
What?
Oh.
I give you a d6. I can do that. I do it. Have a d6.
Okay. So that's a 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
So that's 7 points of damage, 10 points of piercing damage because of the curse.
You hit it,
He does.
and it just keeps on going.
All right, well, follow up attack. 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
11 points of damage.
You hit it again. It's usually a lot more damage. You can see some pieces of it falling off as it continues running. It hasn't turned back.
Athenia, get on your horse, chase it.
My horse.
You know what?
I desummoned it.
Cast it into the spell.
It takes 10 minutes.
It is a casting time of 10 minutes.
Yes.
I'm gonna look down at Swallow. How bad do you want this thing dead?
Ooh,
I don't care. It's too far away for me to hit it.
Is it? Okay, so it gets another chance to keep running, and I'm gonna run down to Swallow, slap him on the back, and cast Fly. You have 60 feet of movement, and you can catch up to it.
Isn't Fly a self-cast spell?
No,
Nope,
it's touch.
not at all.
One willing creature.
Yes. Also, you can as far as I'm concerned, you can dash while using it, so you're now faster than it.
How long
Yeah.
does it last?
10 minutes.
Shit!
You
Do you
can
want to
ma-
chase it, Swallow?
Whee!
All right.
You
Wait, no, we're not done yet. We're
Sure,
not done yet, DM. We're not done
You're-
yet.
What are you doing?
I go over to just the group. Okay, and I address everyone. Okay, first come, first serve, and I transform into a horse.
I
wild
have a
thing
ranged
into
weapon.
a
I'm
horse.
jumping on. I'm jumping
Motherfucker,
on.
Okay,
I said
I
dibs.
go. I go.
Damn it.
I fucking chase after it as a horse. Taxi on my back.
So, healer, Ami, are you? How's it going, guys?
Wait,
And,
Athena, you can
zombie
summon a
mode.
horse.
Well, let's
Takes 10
let's,
minutes.
hey,
Oh.
we should go mug the
Summon
fuck
Steve
out of.
takes 10 minutes.
We should go kill that dude in a tent.
Fine, Steve.
And I will go to the tent.
I agree.
Alright. You can
You're
see
a little
that
sleepy
you look into the tent,
bandit.
and you can see there's a guy shaking violently underneath the cover. You can see that the floor is very moist.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So when everybody's done, we'll come back to us because I want to try and interrogate him.
Alright, sure. So it's going to take a brief moment.
Yeah, no problem. Finish up with what you guys got.
How do I fucking do this? Oh, you know what?
You don't. That's the point.
You should take a page out of Dane's book and tell me to go fuck myself when I try and chase after people.
Let me.
Alright, so this is what's going to happen. Who's running?
Paxi is on Akes as a horse, trotting after him as
Yes,
however fast
I'm
a horse can run.
the horse.
And Swolbo is flying as
Wait,
fast as
so,
he can.
so this
Okay.
means Akes can use his action to dash, and I can fire
Yeah.
from atop him.
Yes. Okay, I can become a CR1 half creature, so I become a warhorse. I have a speed of 60 feet, and I have.
You guys
flip
are going
back.
to catch up to it.
Yeah, so
Yes.
So here's
Swolbo and us.
Yeah,
we can
that's the
both
goal.
catch him.
Yes.
I
I'm
can-
dashing as
I
well.
can fire from a range, and Swolbo can just swing.
This little halfling flying with an axe.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
Warhammer.
Very swole halfling with 2 weapons in hand.
meanwhile, we have a horned person. I'm not entirely clear on what Paxi is still.
I'm a tiefling
Oh, a tiefling. Okay, a tiefling riding a sentient horse.
with a
If it,
Firing
with
a
a giant
crossbow.
crossbow.
if it takes
Exactly.
If
A
it takes
heavy
more than a-
crossbow, no less.
if it takes more than a minute to catch up, the bless is gone.
Yeah, it's blessed.
It will take you. It'll take you at least 2 turns to catch up.
But
Bless is
Swobo will
still
still
active.
have warning bond.
Wait, that means we still have bless.
Yes,
Yes,
it
you
does.
do.
All right.
So
I
here's
need
what's
to
going to happen.
rearrange.
Since I don't have a map prepared for this, I'm going to do this shit.
Well, I think bless
I
is
mean,
one
put you
minute.
guys all the way back here. You technically are on top of each other. Now I'm going to say
Oh.
this right now. For the path this thing is running, it is. So here's the map.
Okay.
That thing's a little big.
Shut
Oh,
up.
got it. I got it. Mecha
And it
Godzilla.
is basically running. Hold on, where's the little tool? Here we go. So it's pretty much running this direction. So you guys are
Is it running
right,
towards
like
the...
right down here. So
Okay.
it's running past which door? So, alright, Swolbo. Your turn. This is the turn you can catch up to it. And this thing is running at full speed. And you are flying faster by 10 feet.
Sick. Alright. So I catch up to it. Ashok gods, help me destroy this creature! And I rage again.
Alright.
And I attack recklessly.
This is the best thing that's ever happened.
26 hits.
13. So I guess 7 of that. And and 4 radiant damage.
Alright, it's pretty hurt.
And warding bond is gone because you're more than 60 feet from me.
Oh damn. Oh well.
Alright, next is gonna be.
Wait, I'm swinging again.
Oh, that's true. Shit.
27.
Fuck! That hits.
You're not getting away, Dylan. You're not doing it.
Alright, that's 10 damage. Sorry, 5 after the reduction.
So, 10. How much?
After reduction, it's 5.
Okay, this thing is losing pieces left and right. And, Paxi and Akaz, your turn.
Okay. Am I able to get in melee range of it on my turn?
No, you would not.
Alright then. Well, then I'm just gonna use my full action to dash up to it. And
So
then...
you would basically be right here.
Cool.
Okay.
Close
And
enough for me.
Paxi's coming along. Paxi's on top of me, in my space.
Double shot.
Wait a minute, am I a large creature? I think I'm a large creature. I am a large creature now. That's why you can mount me. It's fun.
You're,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah! Woo!
There you go. So,
Do I
14
get
does not
advantage?
hit.
'Cause, well, he's not really
no, you don't.
because he's
No.
running.
No. If anything, you should get
How
disadvantage
about a
because you're shooting.
natural 20?
Oh, that works. How much damage?
Plus.
Piercing damage is minimum.
Shit. It is 16 points of damage.
16 after doubling it? Damn.
Yeah, I rolled a.
It is. You can see this thing is stumbling now. And it looks like it's almost completely fallen apart at this point. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Wait,
Its turn.
Okay.
Escape impossible. Must eliminate threat.
Yeah, you
And
can
it's
try
going
it.
to stop running, going to turn towards Swolbo, and it's going to attack.
Try it.
A 18 hits, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Alright, you are going to take... well, 5 slashings, a half, so that's 3, and then an additional 12 fire damage.
Alright.
It's going to attack you again.
Okay.
That's a 22, that hits. You're going to take an additional 6 slashing, so it's 3, and then 8 fire.
Alright.
It's going to attack you again. That's a crit.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, that's
I'm
bad.
probably unconscious.
So that's, after having it, that's 6 slashing, and then 24 fire.
Yep, I'm unconscious.
It's going to attack you again,
Oh,
Oh, fuck!
and that's going to hit you anyways.
Alright.
You
There's
have
2
one
fails.
failure.
Now it's going to attack you with its tail.
Oh my god!
That's
And it
fine.
has
We can
advantage.
revive him for free.
Oh, right!
Does a 16 hit you?
It just does, yes.
Alright.
16 AC.
Actually, no, sorry. That's 1 more.
Swobo's fucking
What's your
dead.
what's your AC?
The 15.
Okay, so it does hit you then.
I'm dead.
So basically, what happens, you see, when this thing is just completely torn apart, it turns around, brings its 4 claws, and just tears right to Swolbo. Then with its long pincer-like tail, grabs him by the neck, and snaps it. Then it just turns to Akaz and Paxi,
I'm gonna
and
say.
it's going to take a step towards you guys.
I'm gonna say, keep us a distance from this thing. Is it our turn now?
Yes, it is, and currently Swolbo is being hanging on his tail.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Wait.
It's
So
the-
it's holding on to his body.
It's the grimmest
Yes.
pinata.
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. Is it in like it's next to my space, right? Like I'm in its threatened area, right?
Yes.
Okay. I have this really cool thing I can do. It's
Uh-oh.
called taking the disengage action. I disengage and I walk 60 feet away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I trot 60 feet away from it, and that's my turn.
So when this
Now you can shoot it with your gun.
when DM, can I quickly
Yes.
switch Morning back into spear form when he got within 10 feet of me?
Yes.
Stab.
Roll the stab.
Wait.
21 to hit.
It hits.
12 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yes!
Yeah.
As he's walking towards us menacingly, I just want to hold the crossbow out like I'm gonna shoot it, and then it does like the lightsaber thing where I just turn it on and the spear just shoots straight through his chest.
When it does, you can see its body, like it pierces straight through its chest. You can see its chest starts glowing red hot as it starts melting. Its tail releases Swolbo, lets him basically fall to the ground, and then this thing slowly collapses, and it's gone.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do.
We need to get
Can I,
Swolbo
like-
back to Healer Gnome unless you have Revivify.
I nod at you. I reach down and I like go down so you can pick him up because
Yep.
I don't have thumbs anymore.
I grab him by the. Is Swolbo wearing a shirt?
Yes.
Okay, then I grab him by the shirt, haul him onto the horse, and we start hauling ass back to Healer
Yeah.
Gnome.
I dash every turn to Healer Gnome.
It's only going to take you 2 rounds to reach back.
Okay.
So I'll
So it's
bring
only
you
gonna take
guys.
us 2 rounds.
As we're coming back, I'm gonna be like shouting to Healer Gnome, "Healer Gnome, revive him!" Or
So
he's
has he-
dead. Like fix him.
So has he been dead for less than a minute?
Yes.
DM.
Yes.
There's those 10.
Not even.
Or is it-
It's just 12 seconds.
Yeah, well then I will revivify him, and if I am correct, it doesn't cost me anything, correct?
Oh, it is last minute. Yeah. Yep. It's free.
You get the
So-
magical defibrillator paddles.
Just
I
like
will-
the way he looks, his head is twisted at an angle that should not be twisted.
Well,
Yeah,
so what
his
I
neck-
will do
his neck
is
is very broken.
the skeleton pig and I will start going to work, and the skeleton pig will start cracking the bones back into their correct spot,
Yeah.
and I will rub his ring, and I will say, "Ishnak, be with me," and I will cast Revivify.
And you hear a cracking noise as his head goes from this to, and then his eyes flutter open. At Swolbo, you went from having a very sharp pain and darkness. Now you can see that people are standing over you.
And
Blessings.
also, you heal 25 extra HP
White, that's a thing.
because I use my lay on hands pool.
Oh, okay.
You have 30. You're level 6
Yeah,
now.
I used 5 on myself today
Oh, good.
because
You
I
just
took
said,
a back cracking damage.
Oh,
can we,
right.
you said they were gone for 2 minutes, correct? Or a couple minutes?
We weren't
No,
even
no,
gone a minute.
12
We
seconds.
were not gone a minute.
No, from when they left to when they came back.
Well, about 4 rounds worth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We
Alright,
have
well,
not been gone 30 seconds.
You just like saw the guy shoot off, like you saw Swolbo zoom off, then 8 guys and Paxi riding off as well. Not even a minute later, you see them riding back with Swolbo like dangling like a rag doll on the horse.
Well, then I like to imagine I was in the tent, and I heard the commotion, and I told
Yeah.
the guy, the guy who was working, shh, don't move anywhere, and I will go out to do the revivify, and I will, now that it's done, I will go back in the tent and hope he's still there.
He's still there. He's still shaking violently.
So, why don't you tell me everything you know?
Everything. Yeah. Like, like, how much you want to know?
Everything. What is the benefactor's name? Who hired you?
Well, it all started when I was a little boy. I was born to a pretty poor family, kind of struggled a lot, lost my dad. My mom has to be a single mother the entire time. And then one day, kind of decided, hey, might as well make some money myself. So I stole some bread, and then kind of just one thing led to another. I joined a group of bandits. We were having a good time, making a living and stuff. We had our boss. He's a good guy. I don't know why the fuck he left me, but anyways, how far do you want? Because it's have a lot of years of content.
Let's go more recent, perhaps. Do you know the name? Do you know who you were working for?
No, he's just some robed guy. He kind of just showed up out of nowhere. We thought, hey, easy money, right? But then he just...
What is your boss's name?
Oh, you're the chief?
Yes. And where?
You want to know about the chief? We call him Bloodcrest. He had an actual name, but he just wanted to call himself that.
Self-appointed nickname. Sounds like a douche.
Is he talking about
don't
like,
let him
the guy you charmed, or the psychopath wizard guy?
Bloodcrest is the guy I charmed. Psychopath's wizard guy doesn't have a name. Which is exactly what I thought. Thank you. You have been very helpful. You may leave.
Hey, for real? Thank you. Here. He just gives you a sock. Just gives it to you, and he starts running off.
As he walks past, I will bite him.
Make an attack roll.
Like with your teeth?
Inflict
wounds. With your mouth.
Inflict wounds at second level.
Alright.
No! Wounds. What? No! Don't kill him!
Oh no, 13. Does 13 hit them?
Please say no, Dylan.
Yes, it does. How much damage?
No! You'll know why.
Let's see
You
here.
don't see this. He's in a tent.
40, 10.
So roll the damage. 26
and then
damage.
I will do my divine sense to add an extra 13.
So how much damage?
No, 17 points.
What do you mean divine?
That's 40.
He
Channel
fucking
divinity.
turns into a husk and falls on the ground, dead.
Okay, well.
What was in the sock?
Nothing. It was just a random sock he gave you. You notice that one of his feet is missing a sock.
It's a little crusty.
My skeleton pig will start packing up the bones in the cart. The body.
In my mind, I was saying, don't say it, don't say it.
Do you think Killer Gnome was a house elf and he was trying to set him free? What is this?
It's what you guys fucking do now.
I want to go back and inspect RoboCorpse.
I will take you there, still as a horse.
Healer, how's the interrogation going?
It went pretty well. His name was Bloodcrest, and I released him. I did find this random dead body in the tent, though.
You see Drew's face right now? Drew's real face?
You believe him.
Wow.
Drew.
Dead body. Well,
Drew,
you know what? We are outside the realm of the law.
This is twice
Drew,
now.
what you want with it?
Athenia's just been straight up lied to by her team members.
Hey,
and she just
Drew, I have a cool idea, Drew. Drew, I have a cool idea. Drew, I have a cool idea. Stop rolling insight checks. Just don't believe them. Just make that choice for yourself.
Anyways,
I mean, last time he didn't have a choice because Dane rolled like a 25.
Okay.
No, he rolled a natural 20. It was even worse than that. He rolled a nat 20.
I convinced her to believe me.
Anyways, so I'm assuming you guys are not going to be making
La
your way back.
Ooh, a corpse.
Well, I wanted to go back to the RoboCorpse.
I will stay with the cart.
So you guys will be. That's where you'll be going then, right? Taking the cart back.
I'll be using my second level spell slot in order to summon Charlie.
I will let them hitch the cart to me so it can just go faster.
Now we have a second horse.
Well, you're taking Dane back, right?
Well, actually, you know what? I will lead the way as a horse, and you can have Charlie following along with all of you in the cart. That's a better idea.
Where's Charlie? I put Charlie out in the...
That thing's corpse and, like, examine it now?
Was there
That's what we're
anything...
doing.
Yeah.
Was there anything of interest in the village before we leave? Can I
Uh,
roll? Can I roll for that?
sure.
What do you want me to roll? Investigation.
Roll investigation, I guess.
It's not a very high roll, I bet. 9.
Yeah, you don't really find anything here. You see that some of the boxes piled in the corner are filled with rocks. And you can see a couple of other crates that look like they were emptied recently. So looks like when they were told to get out and leave, they took everything with them that seemed valuable and then just fucked off.
So Paxi,
Mm-hmm.
I found out the leader of the gang is named Bloodcrest, and he's probably at the closest pub. So if we want some more information when we're done here, that's probably where we should head.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's go look at this weird golem that we killed.
So
What
the
was
golem you killed was. Oh, it's not that much far. It's like right.
If
Hold on, draw shape.
there should be very distinct hoof tracks.
It's like right not too far from your initial location. So when you guys got to it, you can see it's collapsed on the ground. It has a big hole in its chest that seemed to have melted. But you notice that its red light is still blinking.
So yeah, I wanted to do two things. I wanted to salvage some of those swords, and I wanted to cut its head off.
Damn it! I was going to say that. I was like, yeah.
So you're going to try and
Slice on
cut
the
it.
head.
So for the swords, it looks like they're attached pretty good to its arms. So you would have to cut them off.
Okay.
And upon closer inspection, they're more like longer daggers.
Okay. Like I'm willing to destroy like the shoulder joints, like not even being subtle. Like I'm not trying to disconnect them and everything. I want I'll be subtle about it later. I want to break these things off of it, but save the daggers. And if I destroy the neck to save the head, that's fine too.
I can help with this.
Yeah.
All right, so you try to make a. What do you roll for this to cut the swords or
An
the
attack
blades?
roll.
It's mechanics, I believe.
Make it. What would you like to roll for that?
I mean, I'm not trying to be subtle and salvage the arm. Just
so
the
attack.
knife.
So just roll an attack roll.
Okay.
While he does this, I want to just grab one of the arms on the other side and just try and yank it out.
Natural 20.
You cleanly slice the blade right off.
Okay.
And when
said
you
this
do,
was a dagger?
Well, it's more. I guess the best term is maybe a short sword is a better term to describe it with its length.
Okay.
And when you do, the blade stops glowing red.
Okay. So these things were still powered then, while they were still attached?
Yes, and you can see that the armor is sparking.
Okay. Swobo, can you detach that head? I give you the honor of that one.
Yeah, let me try. I'm just gonna grab it and try and like yank it out.
Alright, roll athletics. Just so you know, this head's huge. You're like, it's like a watermelon, maybe bigger than a watermelon in terms of size.
17.
17. You yank, you can hear a creaking noise, and then sounds of metal straining, and then with a loud, with a sharp sound, you yank it right off, and the head and the neck starts sparking. The head loses its light too, as well.
This thing's still powered. Can I look in the hole that melted and see if I can see a source of power somewhere?
I just hand Paxi the head and go, here you go, you asked for this.
God, son of a bitch. I'll put it in
This
the cart.
thing was heavy as hell. About 40 to 50 pounds.
Alright, I can actually lift that.
It's
I'll put
worth
it in the
92.
cart. I'll put it in the cart.
With a
And
loud
do we have a
clank.
blanket or something that we can throw over this thing? Sure. But I'm looking. I want to investigate the body for the source of this sparking.
I mean, what do you want to roll for that?
Investigation? Arcana?
Roll investigation with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yes, you have no fucking clue what this thing is.
Cool, 5.
5. You are looking like
Roll a
you're not
d6.
you're not familiar with golems.
Actually, roll a d6.
Okay, roll
Actually,
fine. Roll a d6.
God damn it.
That's my last one.
It's a 1, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh, it's a 10. So average-ish, not too bad. So I'm just going to say this: you are not familiar with golems, and this thing has a whole different class compared. Because like general knowledge is golems, they're uncommon, but they're powered by magic. You don't even though this thing has magical elements, for some reason you have a sneaking suspicion that this thing isn't magical.
I said out loud that it wasn't magical several times.
That is true. So you are trying to find out what a power source is for this thing, and you have a hard time telling. So you're trying to investigate, looking at the various holes, but then you notice through one of the holes in its chest, a little bit higher, you can see there's something glowing. And no, it's not the red hot metal.
Yank that bitch.
Is it just a hole that I'm looking through? Is there something I can reach in and grab?
You can see it through one of the holes you guys punctured in his body, and it's like a small, it's about the size of the arrows. It's like a dent, a big dent.
Swobo, can you wedge your axe in here and wrench this armor plating out of here?
I can try.
So
I'll
athletics.
pull on it while he uses.
You want me to roll an attack for that or an athletics for that?
Do you want to roll an attack?
No.
I mean, either way, I don't.
We want to pull the metal free, not chop it to bits.
I'll do athletics then.
Can I assist? Oh, he
20.
does pretty good.
You peel the thing like a tuna can. You don't know what that is, but you can pull it open. Basically, you kind of rip open its chest, and you can see there's lots of weird colored strings inside it, and you can also see weird green there's parts and stuff that you guys have no idea what it is, but in the center that looks like it may be the power is a small sphere attached to these colored strings, and this sphere is metal, but you can see a few look like slits that emit a red light. And you can also see symbols on this sphere.
Oh, god damn it, more symbols!
Yeah, more symbols!
Meanwhile, the DM cackles as he confuses us once more. Confounds us with his sorcery.
I changed my notes to words, so now I can save symbols.
Nice.
Hold on. So first off, you have, this symbol.
Oh god, there's more than one. Oh,
which is...
fuck.
Okay,
you saw this one earlier. Yeah. That was on the box.
Okay. The United Aerospace Corporation. Okay.
But the other symbols, there's a bunch of them, and they're in a line. Well, first, there's two kinds. First, you can see there's a symbol. There's a bunch of black lines right next to each other in various thickness. And there's another one.
I don't like the metric system.
But then when you're looking closer, you can see that there's one more symbol that, after looking closer, you realize it's not symbols. They're words. And it's in common. It says this.
Hey, I know the answer is going to be no, but I speak Common, Druidic, Elvish, and Giant. Was that the language it was speaking that wasn't common? Or was it speaking robot?
It seems to be alternating between common and robot.
Okay. I don't speak robot. Project Eden. Okay. Alright. We're just dealing with space now. Hi, guys. Do you guys like Mass Effect? Do you like Star Trek? Do you like Doctor Who? That's what's happening now.
So I'm going to... I mean, I know what a golem power core is, right? I understand that golem. I know.
Roll Arcana.
Okay.
Not. I mean, people know about golems, but people don't really know how they work.
Okay. Arcana.
Also, by the way, when you pull this thing out, it feels hot.
Natural
Like
20.
really hot.
Boy, do I fucking know about golems.
You know so much about golems. Like, yeah, golems, they usually, if you want the easy way out, you can use a golem manual. It has all the basic shit right in there. You just need to cast the spells and you need the body. It's very intricate, but golems do have a sort of power source or some sort of network of runes. That way the magic can give it life. And this thing does not seem to follow any sort of reasoning or law or basic understanding when it comes to golems.
But I understand, like, could I interpret these colored strings as the network of runes, possibly? They would power its different appendages?
They seem to be, they're connected to what presumably is a power core, and say you have a decent idea that whatever those strings are may be connected to this core to provide power.
I just want to cut one or two of the strings and see if any of the swords or the light or any of the sparking stops.
So, did you pull this? Are you pulling this core out?
I'm just cutting like one or two of them.
So when you do, the strings spark for a moment and then stop, and you notice that
like
two of the arms start glowing.
Cool. I'm just gonna cut all the rest of them.
Okay, you do, and there's some sparking, but the core is severed.
Okay. And we have the head. Cool. I'm gonna pocket that core.
It is the size of... what's the right word?
Bigger than a pocket.
Bigger than a pot. It's... what? Okay, it's bigger than a grapefruit.
Okay.
Actually, well, it's about like 25% bigger than a grapefruit, so it's pretty decent size. And you're holding it, and your hand is currently stinging right now.
Like burning?
It's a bit of burning and something else, but it's not a pleasant feeling.
Just play hot potato with it, like swab
I
between your
wrap
hands
it in a
really quickly.
cloth. Is the cloth burning?
No, but the cloth is feeling pretty hot.
I have a bad thing with cloths and lighting on fire and losing what's in them.
Just keep it in your line of sight at all times.
Okay, I'm gonna sit in the cart and I'm gonna put it in front of me. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it on the way back.
All right, so you have both the head and that little core thing, and you have one of the knives perfectly cut.
Okay.
And you're just gonna leave that thing right there?
That I was about to say. I gesture with my horse head quizzically at the remaining robot corpse. Like,
do we
this?
want to? Okay, so I turn
How
to
far off
Athenia
is it?
and I go, if we were to drag this thing into town but not tell anybody what it is or where we got it, does that qualify as keeping a promise?
Just don't talk about it. Don't bring attention to it.
Okay. I'm going to play charades now, because I want to keep being a horse. It's fun. I gesture towards the robot body, and then I gesture to the cart itself. Like, into the cart with my face.
Could we lift this thing into the... The thing stepped on the cart and... Wait, our cart is crushed. Shit.
No, your heart is not crushed. It's just pretty damaged.
Okay, well...
Actually, it has a... how about this? It has a hole in it that's appropriately sized as the foot.
Who has mending?
I don't think it's going to fit in the cart if it punched a hole through it standing on it.
Yeah, I have mending, but I don't know if I can...
Cast it a whole bunch. Just fix one foot at a time.
Let me see if I have it prepared.
Do I have an idea how much this thing weighs? Like, just super rough. Do I think a single warhorse could drag this thing back to town?
We have two horses. We have Charlie and me.
Or you can just come back for it. It's not that far.
And a cart.
Okay.
Well, what's the whole point of dragging the whole thing?
So we don't leave it here for a bandit to find it and they get a mech suit.
No, I mean, it'll probably be okay. Don't stress.
How heavy do we think this thing is?
Second part of
how about this? The head is 50 pounds.
Okay, then. Yeah, we're not moving.
I can pick the whole thing up over my head.
Look at the body and then kind of look at this ratio.
Yeah.
Look at the ratio.
This thing probably weighs a ton.
Okay. Time for second part of horse charades. Is there like any? I just like pick up some grass out of the ground or a leaf
So
and I
here's an
sprinkle it on the
idea.
body.
What if we take a long rest here? I can send a message to Kelvin in the morning to have him send out a bigger cart, and we'll get this thing back.
Actually,
I mean,
can I try and
do we want to
remove?
tell Kelvin about it?
Can I try and remove the rest of the swords?
Alright, make attack actions.
Okay. Okay.
Can I try and help him by like pounding on them with my hooves? Just like to break the joint?
Make an attack action.
Okay.
You
17 to hit, 14 damage.
You're denting the arm after a bit, but you don't really do much. But when Paxi followed up with a slice, then it makes it cut off like snap pretty easily. Not quite as nice looking.
Right. But
Yeah, so-
we have the sword part.
Yeah, you have two swords now. One looks completely clean, like you could use it as a weapon as is, but the other one, not so nice. In fact, you can see some sharp slivers of metal sticking out.
Let's see if we can get one more busted one.
How effective of a weapon does this look like it would be?
Decent.
Oh wait, right. Can I? It like the one that's cleanly cut. You said you could just use it like right now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You could.
I'm just gonna be like, here you go, and hand it to Swelbo.
Yeah, I want to try like picking it up at one of my hands and like feeling it out, seeing if it feels like I could swing this with one hand.
Unlike the rest of the body, this weapon is insanely light and very, very smooth. It's feels a little rough in your hands because it's not designed to be held, but has a nice weight. It's kind of serrated, and the blade is red. It's not glowing.
Like it's
So-
painted red.
You basically gain a short sword.
Oh, okay.
Just a
then.
short sword.
You want to study the weapon to find out what exactly it does?
Sure.
I mean, I'll take a look
Oh.
at it, sure. What's that, Arcana or just investigation or what?
Investigation, or if you want to figure out metals, nature.
While I'm testing it, I want to just take a swing at a tree and see how well it cuts.
All right. So who's wanting to do what first?
I mean, I'm already holding it, so.
I'll roll nature on it just because. Hey, 19.
Okay. So before Swolbo does his attack, from what you understand, this weapon is not made of a metal you're familiar with. Like you've seen iron, you've seen steel, you've even seen unique, other metals that some people use but not commonly. Like you've seen gold, it's very inefficient, but some people just use it because why not? This thing is none of those. Anything you're kind of looking closer, it might have some similarities to steel, but it's much lighter, and it's much harder. As in, the blade is definitely more durable compared to the rest of the machine's body, and that weapon. The blade itself is remarkably heat resistant. Like you have a sneaking suspicion that with how red hot it was glowing and still keeping its form, you could probably dip this thing in lava and it still would not melt.
Swolbo, we might want to have Elkwood take a look at it and see if he can use that magical hammer of his to do some cool stuff to it.
Alright. I'm still gonna take a swing at a tree. I want to see how well this thing cuts.
Alright, make an attack with a short sword.
Okay,
Add
I
a
need to
plus
add a
9.
short sword. Let's see here. Add a short sword.
I rolled a 15 to try and break off another one, so I'm assuming that doesn't work.
Yeah, but with the
I
help
held-
of the horse,
Here we
you want to snap off another crude piece.
Alright.
Okay, so we have 2 crude
16.
pieces and the...
Alright, roll damage as well. It's 10. So here's what you hit. It happens like you swing the weapon at the tree and it digs pretty deep. And you just pull it out after a bit, sending wood chips everywhere. This sword, you have a feeling that for all things considered, it's basically just your typical but oddly shaped short sword. However, you have a strong suspicion that with the way that robot was swinging at stone, it seems that out of everything between you and that blade, you will probably be the first one to break.
All right then.
So you have, to your knowledge, an unbreakable sword that
We
is
can also probably put
remarkably
you
heat
back
resistant.
together easier.
All right.
All right then.
So you have one perfectly cut piece, and then two very crudely that includes part of the arm.
Sure.
So what else do you guys do?
We got the power core, we got the head, we got
Mm-hmm.
the sword, and 2 busted swords.
Yep.
Does anybody want the tail?
Does he have any
Um,
bones
guys-
on him?
Wait,
No
Swolbo,
piece
that
is
tail is
released.
the thing that cracked your neck. Kind of did a weird chiropractor move on it. You want it?
I don't care. I'm okay now. The gods have seen to that.
Okay.
If you
I mean, I don't see how the tail could be used
Hey, DM,
realistically.
Long, whip-like, serrated, has these weird pincer things at the end that are
Wait, that's-
currently locked closed.
Wait, what if you attached a knife to the end of it?
It already has knives attached to the end of
knife.
it.
Kunai whip chain.
Also, just so you know, this
Yeah.
tail is about just as long, if not a little bit longer, than this thing's entire body.
And it was
Oh.
all just a cube because
I would need
science.
a portion of it, and then I need to be proficient in that weapon, so no.
All right. We can head back then.
DM, did that gang member have armor on?
Leather. Just plain leather.
So we head back. We have the
Yep.
head and the core covered in the cart, so nobody asks anything.
So you guys ride back into town. The guards see you. They kind of look a little curious because you kind of went out in a bit of a hurry, but they didn't say anything. You guys are right back at Witch Store a few hours later without any problems,
Okay.
with your unique treasures in tow.
I have a question. How do the people of... Because I imagine when I wild shape into an animal, I look like a constellation. Like I have like purple fur and like little bits of white on my joints. What do the people of Witch Store think of me? I'm still a horse.
So you guys would walk by. They would look at the horse really weirdly. Some of them would be muttering like, hey, "Is that magic? I don't know." And one guy just like, "Why are they off?" And he just gets up and stumbles away. The guards are like looking at you guys suspiciously. They recognize you, but the horse is kind of new. So you can see they're like whispering to each other, not sure what exactly it's supposed to be. Like, is that supposed to be arcane? Oh no, Captain Cray did mention something about not containing them on that matters. Are you sure she actually said that? Oh no, that's what a gnome told me. So,
Can I stop off at Elkwood, the blacksmith?
yeah, you guys are basically, well,
Or are we
you went out from this direction, so you would actually be within the merchant district right now.
to Elkwood it is.
So you can see Elkwood. He's currently hammering away the half-orc, kind of not paying attention to you guys. He seems to be working on some sort of axe this time.
Elkwood.
Hmm.
I have some interesting metal that you should get a look at, and I'll plop down the 2 busted arms or swords. I don't know
kinda
about this
stops.
part.
A good quality one, and also show him because
Yeah.
it is not all that interesting to me at the moment.
I'll be like,
You
I don't know
just-
about this part, and I'll point to the arms section. It's kind of softish, but these blades, there's something else.
He stops working on his current project, gets up, leaves it there, walks over, sets that hammer down. Grabs one of the crude ones. when he starts moving it, the little metal piece starts like dangling a little bit from a hinge. And he just stabs it down into the wood, pulls it back out. Then he sets it down, grabs the perfect one.
Very light. Haven't seen anything like this. Where'd you get it?
Wish I could tell you.
You know what it is?
Nope. We were hoping you might.
Seen it kinda. Looks like steel. Or at least in terms of texture. Never seen metal this red before. It's light. Kinda like titanium. Don't really work with that stuff.
What do you think it would happen if you hit it with that hammer a few times?
He sets the perfect one down, grabs a crude one, walks over to the anvil. He just like brushes aside the axe he was working on, lets it clatter to the floor, and he starts setting the dust on fire. Then he sets this thing down, grabs the hammer, he hits it, and you see a flash of sparks so bright that practically blinds you guys. Kind of just like looks down at it, blinks.
Gonna need some time with this.
And he just walks over. He just grabs the other two swords.
Mind if I keep these for now?
Absolutely.
Cool. If I figure something out, I might make something out of these. You get first dibs.
Much obliged.
And he just walks back to the anvil. Then kind of looks at the anvil. You notice that the anvil's now dented.
Gonna need a better anvil for this. Alright.
Give him
Give
the
me
robot head back of the anvil.
What did you do?
No.
Don't do that.
Give me at least a day to figure things out. I'll tell you what I think by then.
Sounds good. Off we go.
The machination of these knives are an enigma.
You made a meme. I know memes.
You can hear the sound of someone spilling milk. Alright.
Big words go over Swolbo head.
What was that?
So I was keeping an eye on the core this whole time. Did it burn a hole through the cloth that I wrapped it in?
No, but you notice that the cloth is really toasty right now. But if you were to hold it for too long, then it would start to sting.
Okay. Do I think I could put it in my pack for like an hour or two without it burning a hole through it?
Maybe. Maybe.
Elkwood, can I store something in your shop for a day? And I'll take the power core out and I'll unwrap it and I'll just like keep this away from anything flammable.
He kind of like walks over, just grabs it. You can see small streams of smoke starting to come out of his hand.
The hell? Is this a remnant?
He like starts looking at it.
Don't smell magical.
No, I don't think it is. I just don't want it to catch anybody's house on fire, and, well, you seem to be the most fire conscious.
What happens if I hit it?
I probably wouldn't do that. I want to show it to someone first.
Fair. We'll hold on to it.
And he just puts it in his pocket. You can see his hand is black from the burning.
Alright, we'll get to work. Just come by when you need it. Just don't wake me up.
We burned down Elkwood's shop with a magical 9-volt battery.
Non-magical 9-volt battery.
Alright, I guess we'll head back to the glittering bauble?
We'll head back to the glittering bauble. And
Hey,
honestly,
Themia, by the way, I noticed you were having a little bit of trouble attacking that creature.
Wait, did you say Athenia?
Yeah. Didn't seem like your attacks were maybe as effective as they could have been.
Maybe not.
You know, when Cammy gets back from whatever he's doing, he can help you with that, right?
Can he now?
Oh yeah, for sure. He does all sorts of tinkering.
If you're talking about like the adding the
Hmm.
poison damage, that was a thing that he wasn't supposed to have yet.
Well, he can create magic weapons.
Yes, he can.
Is that
He
permanent though?
Yeah.
He can make a +1. If he's an artificer, then yes.
Oh, meatball.
Artif-
That's
Artificers-
not fair.
Artificers can just make magic items, just as a class feature.
He has a certain amount he can make, but he can make like up to 3 or 4.
Cool.
And one of them is making a weapon a +1 weapon.
That would
Also-
be nice.
And
Let's-
and it'll become magical.
I'd say at this point, when you guys arrive back at the Glittering Bauble, that is probably where I will end this session, because
Okay.
shit.
Woohoo!
Right.
We skipped
I
a big
have-
battle with those fucking mobsters.
We hit level 7. Yeah.
Okay, so somebody has to fill me in because I totally missed something. What happened with the box?
The box is the robot.
We punched a bunch of buttons, it opened up, and the robot came out.
Well,
Oh.
the robot. Well, the box opened up, and then there was a cube, and the cube was a robot.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It's turned into super murder mode.
So
Yeah,
the
this is
robot
sick.
was the
The box
was
is
the
the box,
what Kelvin was hiding,
presumably.
presumably.
So, uh, somebody found out about it. Only Kelvin knew about it. Now we know about it. Someone else found out about it somehow.
A necromancer, a creepy necromancer with a
creepy
glowing sand's eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if we should tell Kelvin we know. He might be trying to get rid of witnesses.
I mean, he told us.
So
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
he might have.
there's a big bad robot in a cave that can detect, and his primary objective is to retrieve remnants.
Radiaton, whatever that is.
The box was incredibly easy to activate, so it's a surprise that nobody has done it yet.
He said he hid the cave. Like, he did some
Well,
way to conceal the
It's
cave.
also a death robot, so
Right.
Why
but
would
what
you?
if Kelvin was using this robot to try and hunt for remnants?
or kill
Okay, but-
us.
Here's another thing. The robot had to cut its way out of that room it was in. And the box because like it didn't gain mass, the box, its natural cube state, was also difficult to get into that place.
Right. But
And-
there's the teleport circle that was in there.
Yeah. But I mean, that box could have teleported it from anywhere. If the rune itself was a remnant, definitively. So it
Well,
could have
or
teleported it from
Or
anywhere.
the rune itself was because your stick lights up when a
Near
remnant is
remnant.
nearby or near
Yes.
traces of a remnant, right?
Well, it lights up specifically near remnants, is what I've been told, and it reacts to the power of remnants. But the rune interacted with it, so maybe the rune is the result of a remnant's actions,
Right.
possibly. But either way, the box was not a remnant.
Right, and neither was the robot, but we're looking for something that can create magical teleporting circles.
Yes, which presumably it's the circles guy,
Yeah,
the sorcerer of circles.
yeah. Which his name is, I have it.
Johnson. His name is
Yes,
Johnson.
His name is Johnson. Absolutely.
Okay. And I mean, I think we're still left with
Flaxus.
this.
Flaxus, the sorcerer. Of circles.
Also, the circle that Johnson left, it was like weak. Like the energy it gave off was weak. So it presumably was very old or had been used to teleport that box into the middle of that cave.
Are you talking about the necromancer guy?
No, like the rune that was
Oh.
the actual teleportation rune, or the summoning sigil.
What if
It was like-
what if it wasn't weak, but it had recently been used?
Recently, Dungeon Master,
Yes.
there were scorch marks on the ground.
Yes.
Were the scorch marks fresh scorch marks, or were they old, dusty scorch marks?
I will say this because you guys did investigate it. Like, those scorch marks are very, very, very old.
Fuck.
Okay. So, presumably, the Sorcerer of Circles teleported that box in. Or, I mean, if the scorch marks are old, then the box itself and the robot inside have been here for a while.
So then we
But
are
not-
going off the fact that just nobody knew how to open the box.
I mean, I think we have to be fair that the Necromancer was very stupid. And again, Acast, am explaining in character that nothing about the box was magical whatsoever. So presumably, if you were some kind of remnant hunter trying to cast detect magic on it, trying to find the magic of the box, you just find nothing.
Well, he
And
he
because
specifically said
because
he
wizards are
now knows
stupid-
what it is. He said he
No.
understood what it was before he left. So maybe he knew what it was and just chose not to activate it.
Maybe he just understood what the sigil was and that it had conjured this object or teleported it in or something.
All right. Well, good night. Glad Fast Friends finally worked.
Yes, it did.
Is that like-
because of it, you avoided an entire encounter.
Yeah, not just like you with like 10 guys. We just didn't have to fight like 10 guys.
No, well, there were more guys hiding in the tents.
Like 15 guys. I
Yeah,
was
but
I
they
was
all
so
died
ready.
to just inflict wounds or cause harm or.
I was so ready to cast Call Lightning on all of them because it affects an area. Like I choose a point where the lightning lands and it affects everyone in a 5-foot area.
Sure.
So I could have hit like 3 of them with one lightning and it would have been great. I was
All
so ready.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.